help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out of our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
awesome.
Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio. And I'm here for the action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Taco Tuesday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this September 9th, 2025. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Salute to everybody that's joining the show today. Salute to everybody in the chat. Kawanda, Josh, Jeff, SE in the chat. Salute to everybody out there in Radio Land that's joining the show today. I'm going to tell you this. I saw something before I came in to the show because I had my whole show kind of, I already knew what direction I was going, but before I get into the show, I got to talk about this because this is very disturbing. This is very disturbing. They're saying that the reading skills of American high school seniors are the worst they have been in 3 decades, according to a new federal testing data. According to new federal testing data, they're saying that the data shows 32% of high school seniors score below basic in reading, meaning they couldn't find details in the text to understand its meaning, and there's a decline in the reading skills. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this because they're saying that a lot of kids are not even tuned in to the school. Now, they're more concerned with the social media, screen time ideas where they're playing a lot of things online. And now they're saying that the basic reading skills is in decline. And school's starting back. School just started back. NPS just started back. And sometimes we talk about some of the scores, the testing scores of NPS, but this is disturbing. This is disturbing. And then it goes on to say that when it comes to this drop in the reading, that the disenfranchised communities many times are hit harder due to widening achievement gaps. This is what they're saying. So all I'm going to say is we got to make sure that we're doing that little extra. Like when the kids are around, we got to start reading them books at night, making sure that they read. We got to get back in investing in reading. Now, whatever you want them to read or whatever books you choose to give them to read, that's on you because you get to craft your child's idealism as well. You don't just send them up to school and let them just have their way. You kind of guide them as well. The biggest teachers of these children are the parents or the guardians or the adults that surround them. So once again, they're saying that the high school seniors, the reading skills have hit an all-time low after 3 decades, the lowest in 3 decades. The lowest in 3 decades. So we got a little work to do, and they're saying that a lot of this is affecting those in disenfranchised communities who may have not having the right tools that they need to compete. Understand what I'm saying? Josh says we've been reading at an average of 6th grader collectively, so that makes sense. They can't read as a senior. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there for those that got kids in school that want to make sure that if you want to know of what I need to address, or if you got a niece or a nephew in school and you wonder what can I do to try to help out? Hey, spend some time reading with them. Just a little bit. Check on their reading skills. Reading development. Reading is fundamental.
But look, when I come back, I got a family on the lines that have a missing young girl. And after the show today, I'll be out in the community. I'm going to do a call to action on this one, Truth Nation. We got a grandmother on the lines. Her grandbaby has been missing for a while now. And it's time for us to put boots on the ground with this situation. Once again, another missing situation. We're going to talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back September 9th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Texas Rangers.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in September 9th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law Offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law Offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law Offices make our community a better place.
They are the best.
For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law Offices.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great Impressions, perceptions, everything.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Double up, 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up, I ain't telling no lies, I just, I ain't telling no lies, I just
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got a Milwaukee family that says that a 14-year-old has been missing since July 3rd. The family says she was last seen near West Lawn with an adult male. We got Lynette on the lines. How you doing, Lynette?
I'm doing.
How you doing, Queen? This has been going on. This has been going on for a while. Once again, this is a critical situation because of the time that she's been missing, and she possibly may be with some adult males and females, and possibly could be some trafficking going on.
Possibly. We don't know what's going on.
You made a missing person report to District 4. They've been notified
several times.
And so this has been going on since July 3rd. Can you tell the community what's going on?
I sure can. Okay, July 3rd, my granddaughter went to church, which was across the street from her mom's house. She brought my son-in-law's baby back across the street to see my daughter. They was there roughly 10, 15 minutes. She went back across the street to the church, and that's where she left. She left the church. My son-in-law thought that she had came back across the street and went home. So usually when he gets out of church, he goes over to my daughter's house. So that's what he did when he got out of church. And so my daughter asked him, well, where's KK? And he said, I don't know. I thought she came back home. She brought the baby back, and then she left. So he thought she went back home. So that's actually the last time that we've seen her. Eyes have been laid on her, but we have not laid eyes on her. So people have been seeing her, but we have not seen her. We did police reports. We've contacted CTS. The police, everybody's stating, well, there was a police report that said she was found safe August 11th. That's untrue. We actually had to file a complaint against the officer that released her to some people that brought her into the station and said that was her aunt.
Wait a minute. So you telling me that she was brought to the state, she was at the police station?
Yes.
And they didn't check any ID. They didn't validate who these people were. They didn't even call the number of the people that filed the missing person report.
No. Wow. They didn't do any of that. So we got an open complaint going on right now with that case because we spoke with a lieutenant at District 4, and he gave us the name of the officer and everything that handled the case that night when my granddaughter was brought in.
Oh, wow.
So they had to reopen the case after August 11th. That's why it's showing that she was found August 11th because District 4 released her to whoever.
Some stranger.
Somebody came in and said that they was her auntie.
And they didn't even verify who these people were.
No verification. They never called nobody in the family. They never called my daughter. They never did any of this. We found this out maybe like a couple of days later when somebody, I don't know how we found it out, but how we found it out. No, what we did was we went back to the police station to double check to see if there's anything else that we can do. Is it anything that they're going to do or anything like that? And that's when the officer looked it up and told us that, oh, no, it's closed and blah, blah, blah. We like, how? How is it closed?
Oh, wow.
So that's when we got that information. Yes, that's when we got that information. So we actually had to reopen another Mrs. Person case. But I am going to say this. They got a stack so tall on their desk in that office that say missing children. I took a picture of it.
Oh, wow.
So they're not doing anything. Yes, I took a picture of it. I zoomed up on it and snapped a picture in District 4. So these kids, I mean, they're running rampant. It's a lot, but we're not the type of, I'm not the type of grandma. My daughter is not the type of parent to just lay down on this. Somebody gonna release my granddaughter wherever she at. We trying to go about it the proper way because the police keep saying, well, if y'all take matters into y'all own hands, you guys are going to jail. This is what they have told us 3 times. We giving them addresses. They won't even go to these addresses. They won't even go to the addresses.
Well, I'll tell you this.
We're giving them these addresses that
I'll tell you this. This is what I call a situation where when young kids are being groomed and they're out with adults.
Yes.
And many times people don't understand grooming, child enticement is real. And when these adults can get around these kids and they groom them and they entice them, and many times you get situations like this where this is like how they make them less valuable to the police by creating a situation where they're consistently running away and coming to them, and then they come back and they don't talk about the adults, they don't give information on the adults, and then this can turn into...
They won't give us any of that information. Right. They won't give us anything. Well, we can't give you this. Even CPS. So somewhere, wherever she was staying, this may be like, I want to say last week maybe, CPS contacted my daughter because somebody is calling CPS on my daughter, filing claims that she abusing her daughter. And my daughter say, first of all, I don't with my kids if she don't. She say, but how I'm abusing somebody that I haven't seen since July 3rd? Make it make sense. Y'all, they calling in and making, I'm talking about a recent report.
Wow.
So my daughter was actually, I'm talking about a report since July 3rd.
Oh, wow.
Way past July 3rd. I think this report was last month, August. That somebody made a report to CPS. So whoever, maybe like that, Grooming KK or whatever the case may be, made a report. So CPS, now they were involved to try to help my daughter. So they did kind of try to help my daughter to see what's going on. So I don't know who they spoke to in Westlawn. CPS spoke to somebody in Westlawn. I know it's this 5424 to 62nd Street address because this is where all these kids hang it. We done seen it. This is where all the kids is at.
Right.
And the lady told us that, okay, they went over there. She went over there to meet with KK. I guess she went over there with the lady wherever to get a statement. When she got there, she said that KK had left. Katie was gone. So, but she told my daughter, I can't give you the lady's name or the address or nothing like that. Only thing I can tell you is it's off of 60th and Silver Spring in that area. That's all she said. So, I mean, what happened that? Yeah. And that was CPS.
Well,
so it's just a lot. And I'm trying to.
I'll say this. The part where you mentioned that she's with adults, when you say that, is that a boyfriend or some guy that's grooming her?
No.
Or adults that, it's
not
you
a
don't
boyfriend
know?
because
Not
know.
a boyfriend.
We don't know.
What I said was when people groom these kids, they believe that these people are for them.
Right. And they do. And she do. I believe she do feel like these people is for them. But no, I need my grandchild home.
Right.
And my daughter need her child home.
Well, today
and
after
we're
the
not
show,
gonna stop until we get her home.
Well, today
I don't
after
care if we have to go about it the wrong way. It is what it is.
Well,
now at this point,
wow.
Yeah, at this point, that's where we at. At this point, it is what it is.
Well, I'll say this: we'll be after the time today. We're going to be over in West Lawn. We're going to be meeting and flying that area, and we're going to be flying other addresses because we do have leads. We have been given leads on this.
Okay. Yeah, we have.
So today, I'm gonna ask the brothers if y'all want to come out. Call in, hit up DJ Brother Z, and I'll give y'all the information and where we're going to be. But I'll tell you this is a call to action because the new missing now is the grooming and the runaway, the enticement online and meeting these adults. And these adults are learning that if they can make these kids runaways, they won't get the attention from the police. And then they can have them out here doing God knows what.
Exactly, and I agree with that. And I agree with that, Tory. I really do. I definitely agree with that. That's part of my dilemma with the system. It's just like they have nothing in place for these kids. They have nothing in place for us to help these kids. There's nothing in place for them. When they change these laws with the CPS stuff, or you can't whoop your kids, or your kids got rights, your kids can say, well, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that. Oh, well, then what they say, oh, we can't make her because it's the law. She's 14. She a kid. They 11. They're a kid. They 12. They're kids. How do they have to get a right to tell their parents what they're going to do and what they're not going to do? We didn't grow up in that era.
Well,
we didn't grow up in that era where you got rights. So, your parents tell you to do something. Oh, I'm not doing that, and you can't make me. And the police agree with that. They like, no, you can't.
Oh, wow.
They have rights. Yeah, this is what we've been told since day one. This is what we've been told. They have rights. Even if we send her to the mental health. She hasn't been on her medication since July. She's on medication for mental health issues. She hasn't had that since July. But they tell us, oh, when we catch her, or if you catch her, if she don't want to go to mental health, she don't have to. That's what they told us.
So it's
you
almost
can't make
like
her go. She
there's
has to
nothing
be
you can
willing
do.
to
Even after we get her home, there's no resource that she can go to get her under a certain kind of understanding because she does have mental health issues. Wow.
But there's no resources even with that, with the kids. I mean, like, they'll go to mental health, but as soon as they tell them, oh, I'm okay, I'm ready to go or whatever, they release them. They don't want to keep them a day or two. They'll release them. Yeah. It's bad. They release them. She's been there, twice already? 3 times, 3 or 4 times? They don't keep her. I don't even think that the counselors in this place is actually trying to help these kids or, figure out what's going on mentally and stuff like that because they want to get rid of them too fast.
Well,
you ain't help my child or talk to my child or try to get my child stable in those 2 or 3 days. You have not did that.
And this has been something that's been happening. This is not the first time y'all had to deal with this.
This is the second time that we had to deal with her disappearing. But as far as mental health,
right,
we did started that when we see the change in her mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When we see the change in her mentally, my daughter started dealing with that. But as far as this rodeo right here, this is the second time. The first time, it was like, boom, bam. You know what I'm saying? We got her back. We sent her to mental health. She went to mental health. She did what she had to do. I think she was there maybe about 10 days because that's the longest they're going to hold them. And then she came home. She was all right. She went to school. She did what she got to do. But anytime she comes up off of that medication, she's a whole nother person.
Oh, wow.
But when she on her medication, it's like she normal. And I don't agree with medicating them.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them need it. Some of them don't. You know what I mean? It just depends on the diagnosis.
Now, today we'll be out and about. We got some locations we'll be looking through. What is it that you want to say to the people that's listening to what you have to say about Kaylee Dawson?
Okay, I just want to say that Kaylee is a love child. She's always been loved. It's a lot of kids out here with mental health issues that's running rampant out with the community. I wish we could come together as a collective and figure out what we can do to get our kids some help. I know I'm not alone. I know my daughter is not alone, and nobody out there should have to deal with their kid going through this alone. I asked the community, for the community support. We're kind of private people, so we didn't want it on this platform, but we got to do what we got to do to fight for our kids if you love your kids.
Right.
I love my granddaughter, so I'm going to do whatever it takes to fight for her, to get her back home and try to stay out of jail in doing it. Because that's really where I'm at right now.
Well,
so I'm trying to, take every avenue to, make sure she's home, make sure she's safe, and do it, the proper way without having to end up in jail. So I want, the community with this story to just, see what we can do as a collective community. Community need to come back together as a community and help these kids. This is an epidemic. This is an epidemic. It ain't just my grandchild. I just got off the phone with my best friend, her grandchild. I didn't even know. Same thing, 14 years old. It's an epidemic. So if people could come together, if our people can come together and stop being against each other, we will be so much more powerful in this nation. And that's what I want, for our people to come together and try to figure out something that we can do or come up with to help these kids. First off, by probably getting rid of social media, because that's the biggest problem. That's where I feel like it started at with these kids, social media. It's a platform for good things, but it's a platform for bad, too.
I agree. And
I don't feel like it's a good platform for these kids.
And I tell you, human trafficking is up. Human trafficking is up.
Yes.
Rape is up.
I believe it.
It's up.
I believe it.
And they're doing it through this, what they call a runaway situation. They're getting smarter. They're causing these kids to be listed as runaways so they can have their way with these kids.
Right. Well, I guess they did buy me a Sprite.
Lynette, thank you so much for coming on. I will see you today at 5:30.
Yes.
And once again,
I would definitely be there.
We're going to try to get her home so she can get the help she needs. Kaylee Dawson, 14 years old, missing in the city of Milwaukee. If y'all can go to my page, Tory Lowe, King on Facebook, Instagram. Please share if y'all can get to the social media avenues. Once again, Tory Lowe on Instagram, Facebook. Share the post. TikTok, share the post, because this is what we have to do. Boots on the ground and being about that action. And I will see you tonight. We'll be flyering several areas in the city. And if you want to help, join us. Call in, leave your number with DJ Brother Z, and we'll make sure that you have the information you need. Once again, thank you, Grandma, for calling in.
Thank you.
All right, God bless you. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have a Pop Culture Report.
See you soon.
Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Even your pickiest eater will say yes to this. Crispy chicken tenders are now at Cousin Subs. Perfect on their own with a favorite dipping sauce, or stacked in one of our 2 new subs. Classic crispy chicken or bold Buffalo Ranch crispy chicken. Made with quality chicken and served on our fresh baked bread. It's a mealtime win for kids and grown-ups. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only here for a limited time. Order in store, online, or on the app today. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Hey, Journey team, it's me, Coach Erica. The clock is ticking. Are you being intentional each day? Is your mindset in the right place? Are you financially planning for your future? Do you have life insurance? What are you waiting on? Allow me to assist you on your journey to success. Visit ericaodomjourney.com today or email me at ericaodom@odomhomes.com. Let's take this next step together.
We address people, young boys, as if they're grown when they're not. For me, they're not young men, they're young boys. And I think if we can keep them in that space, I can do a lot more with someone in middle school when I treat them as the boy that they are versus trying to make them men when they're not. And they probably have very few examples of that.
Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Coming with straight truth.
Tory, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you when I first started hearing your voice. And what you're doing, in the words of T-Pain and Gorilla, I love it.
Thank you, brother. Bless.
Hey, I'm down with you, man. I missed your last gathering, but the next one I'm going to be there, and I'm going to make sure I introduce myself because, hey, you're God in all circumstances.
Catch The Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Never miss a moment of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on the new 1017 The Truth.
Violence is a tool. Violence is a tool of oppression. It's a tool of subjugation. It's a tool of manifest destiny. Let's not say all of a sudden, oh, hip-hop music is why people are... No. Y'all know how America was discovered? Murder, slavery, human trafficking. The origins of violence predates hip-hop. Can we at least agree on that?
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
Dropped my pants. I had to make sure I wasn't seen. I don't want nobody to get surprised.
This is a sick Negro.
I'm just a real one. I peed again, came on back. I said, what y'all been doing? We've been out here for 3 hours. Y'all ain't peed yet? Just sitting here. We playing beer pong, and y'all sitting here peeing next to me? I'm still itchy today. Thinking something wrong. Am I the only one that's astonished by this?
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Brewers dropping a tough one to begin a series out in Texas. They fall to the Rangers by a final of 5-0. Jose Quintana took a perfect game into the 4th inning, but gave up a grand slam in the 5th, and it would unravel from there as the Brewers fall to 89-56 on the season. After the game, manager Pat Murphy on his starter.
I'm really pleased with the way he threw the ball. A couple pitches didn't work his way, but you get 2 outs in the inning, and make an 0-2 pitch that just doesn't get to where you want. It happens.
Game 2 is set for this evening. First pitch is set for 7:05. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL as the Packers are prepping for the Washington Commanders on Thursday night. Week 1 officially wrapped up. A Monday night thriller. The Vikings coming back to stun the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field, winning 27-24. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Chase shit, never chase, no chase, no. 2 cups, toast up with the gang. From food stamps to a whole nother domain. Out the bottom, I'm a living proof. Ain't compromising, $500,000 on the coupe.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Joining me in the studio is Truth Nation Insider GP
What
Glenn
it do?
Pearce in studio.
What it do?
Okay, and I know you got the scoop.
Talk to me.
What's going on with Young Thug now in the Atlanta music scene? Everybody a rat now.
I mean, he dropped a new single. He called out a bunch of YSL former label mates, including Woody and Gunna and a couple other people. And then he sat down for a tell-all interview, basically, where he explained why he felt slighted by Gunna along with other, people that were involved in this RICO case. And the main issue pretty much stems from, I guess he said he poured a lot into Gunna and he felt like Gunna wasn't willing to take the fall with him. He talked about how I believe he put money down on a house for Gunna's mother sometime in the past. And I believe he said he also bought Gunna's brother a truck for his birthday. And it kind of led to a dilemma where obviously once the whole RICO thing came out and, Young Thug was blasting Gunna on social media, obviously Gunna's brother is going to stand up for his family member at the end of the day. But
while driving a car that Young Thug bought him.
Yeah, and it's like nobody's kind of paying attention to the sacrifices and the investment that he kind of made to bring Gunna up into the spotlight, to, I guess, get Gunna to where he is currently today.
Okay, but look, I'm going to tell you this. Ain't no loyalty in the streets. And they tell you that. The streets don't love nobody. I like that one soundbite where the older woman say the streets don't love nobody. It's the truth. But okay, here we go. We playing the street game, no snitching. So now everybody a rat, and people are pointing the fingers. And is this where it's all coming to with the street ideas? Because now we're seeing the Nino Brown effect. Mm-hmm. And now with the least Thug, because he was supposed to be the head of the operation, the Slimes.
Right.
And now we seeing that Nino Brown, like, I'm telling on everybody.
I mean, I just in my head, again, we talk about how pertinent and how important social media is nowadays. I think the streets died because of social media, because if you had an issue with someone back in the day, you had to address it personally, whether it be physically or whether it be, a conversation or a verbal altercation. Now, again, you can sit up behind a mic and have headphones on like we do, and you can call somebody out for every single thing that they've done wrong in the streets.
Without talking to them.
Yeah, there's no kind of code or there's no incentive to really address it at the root of the issue. And that's the problem now. Again, we're seeing Young Thug. We keep talking about this all the time, that he's gotten a second chance at life, and he's still harping on a lot of the other issues that he feels like people, caused for him in the long run.
He done struck out on QC.
Right.
Which him and Lil Baby Wham just made it. They just had a video, like when he got out of jail. Everybody thought that when Young Thug got out of jail, he was saying he would be thankful that he was able to get home.
And it's been the exact opposite.
It's the exact opposite. Matter of fact, I'm wondering why a lot of the stuff he talking about ain't pulling them back in as a probation violation.
You think they would draw up new charges on most of this information?
He got a long time on paper.
Right.
So is this something that could trigger some of the language and stuff that he's talking about? I'm just saying, it seems like he may say something to trigger him to get back inside of that place because he's on paper.
Yeah.
But the one thing I did notice was that he had a Milwaukee hat on. He was repping Milwaukee in the interview.
I don't want to see him with nothing. I don't care if it's a Bucks hat. I don't care if it's a Brewers hat or a Packers hat.
I don't want to see him with that on. But why did he choose to have a Milwaukee situation on his head during the interview?
We'll say it was a fashion statement. Maybe it matched.
Are we the fashion? We got fashion going on?
I guess so. It matched with the jean shorts and the biker chain he had on. But I don't know. I just don't understand. There's crazy that everybody that kind of stood for him while he was going through this is someone that he's targeted or attacked while he's gotten out of jail. There's another clip circulating where he was asking another woman, was she ready for a child? And he's also had to address cheating rumors with, his girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist, who held him down, was visiting him in jail, stood 10 toes behind him, during the trial, and also has supported him through his come up when he got out of jail. Then there's another clip circulating, or some audio where he talked about Drake and he talked about Metro Boomin. I believe the exact quote was that Metro Boomin was using his mother's death as an excuse, and that he wanted Drake to go talk to the president to try and get him out of his jam in the first place. I don't understand where these expectations or where this kind of like it's just crazy.
All I'm saying is the rap game, all of this tough guy, gorilla type, gangster, it's all studio.
It's just all on wax.
It's all studio because now they showed the tape. They played the tape of him talking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this thug a thug. This the lifestyle. You know what I mean? This the dude that put a lot of these young cats on crash out mode.
Yeah, in a favorable position to get some money, but have to do some bad things in order to maintain it. And it could have gotten worse. Again, he was supposed to pop up on another stream as well. Another popular streamer, Aiden Ross. He was supposed to go do a tell-all on that. But obviously the whole situation came out with Mariah Scientist and this other woman that was potentially involved. And he had to cancel it because of the backlash that, he would have to deal with from everybody else kind of asking questions and the social media pressure that he's feeling. I don't understand why he keeps voicing it on Twitter and sitting behind the mic and getting on the phone with all these people to talk bad, when he really needs to be trying to figure out who his next or his new allies are.
You would think that he got out of a bad situation, first of all. You would think he would sit down and just make music. Just it. A lot of people thought that, okay, even though he was on paper for a long time, that he got out of that system. But now it's like everybody telling on each other that they telling on each other.
But you know what they say, common sense ain't common.
Wow.
He talked about Future as well. I think he called Future a bad father and that it was a bad idea to let his son have someone else's last name. I believe that was another phone call that kind of leaked out there. So it's just kind of crazy to see. Again, he's been in the rap game for a 15 to 20-year run, and obviously the RICO kind of stalled all the momentum that he had. But anyone that he made a big collab with or someone that supported him in some manner, whether they put money on his books, whether they made a song with him while he was in jail, whether that they made sure his family was good, it seems like he's attacking them in the long run. People like Woody more than they like Young Thug right now.
Because Woody was honest with his snitching. He was honest. Thug was supposed to be kingpin.
But that's the thing. Are we glorifying it either way?
But what I'm saying is it's already been glorified. This is why I agree with Josh in the chat. Mm-hmm. He says we have to stop idolizing and worshiping these artists and entertainers because it's all marketing. And I think that many times these misleading entertainers, they'll set people up for the okie doke and they'll say, you got to be this type of cat, spin the block, crash out, X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. But when they get put in the fire, they fold, tell, and do anything to keep themselves from going under, And now they're having all this conversation about who told on who and who did what. And I think that now over the last couple of years, I see that whole tough guy, thug, gangster scene crumbling because now the paperwork is starting to come out and they're saying that these people are not holding to these codes. That's why I tell regular citizens, you shouldn't adhere to none of this G-code type stuff because they ain't even doing it.
Yeah, it shouldn't apply to you.
The cats you listening to is telling. So you're actually providing a protection for criminal ideas because you're trying to be truer to the no snitching code than the people that's supposed to be gangster.
Yeah, it's a wild.
And you a resident.
It's a wild phenomenon. Again, I don't want to question where Young Thug comes from because he did grow up in the heart of it in Atlanta, and obviously he turned it into a multi-million-dollar enterprise with his label and with Rich Homie Quan and Lifestyle and all
who's gone, who's no longer here,
and then he also turned it into a fashion brand too. He has fashion brand Spider as well. We keep talking about there's a lot of different avenues that people can go down in order to make money legitimately and not be involved in any of these street politics or any of these unwritten codes that we seem to see broken every other day. We got people like 6ix9ine commenting on, beef like this. Obviously, he went through a federal trial and got off scot-free.
From where you from? From New York.
I know, but he got canceled. People writ him off exactly.
Well, but he was able to make his money because he didn't need the hood to get his money. Mm-hmm. He went to Mexico. He made. See, I'm telling you, when you let people from other cultures in the game, you think that the streets is a good buzz. That it creates a buzz, but mainstream is when other races start accepting your music. That's when you go mainstream.
Right.
So Tekashi came in, used the streets to create a buzz, and he's able to still be effective because he's Mexican. And he goes to Mexico and he goes to
he goes internationally. He's still making money.
He's still making money.
Yeah.
But we got to go back to the block. We got to go back to the neighborhood. And I think that right now we're seeing the uncovering of what these guys got paid to do by the industry, which is sell this tough guy bravado. But now we seeing that they soft in the middle like the Twinkie.
But that's the thing. When people's backs are against the wall, we see their true colors. Again, we as a society, or across social media, when we were getting live reports about the trial and some of the statements and implications and stuff like that, whether it was Gunna, whether it was Woody, whether it was Young Thug, we had it on a good authority that he probably wasn't coming home. It didn't look good for a while because his bail got denied a couple of times. Gunna got off scot-free, and it seemed like all the charges were going to end up piling up on Young Thug. So I think that's where the bulk of his resentment comes from, because he was the last one to get out of the jam. I think he really thought that he was going to have to take the weight for all of the other middlemen, or other I don't even know what you would want to call them, lieutenants or whatever, because YSL was not a gang supposedly. But I think it's just it's survivor's remorse, if that makes sense. I feel like that's what it kind of comes down to. He's the one that thought he was going to have to bear the weight of all of his decisions, all of his friendships. And now he's left with nothing to stand on. So he's like, I might as well screw y'all anyways. I might as well air out your dirty laundry if you ain't rocking with me anyways.
When are we going to get the hint that this is trash? All of this is trash. If you look at all of these situations, look at Young Dolph, the guys that went at Young Dolph, and they start telling, the shooters start telling.
Yeah.
A lot of these people in these situations that they fall into this, I need to be out here on the streets doing my thing with the switches and all of that, then they get caught, or they get on the first 48 and start crying in the background. I think that now is the time to really tell the community the truth, that this lifestyle is meant to your detriment. It's not something that's going to, they show the money, they show the cars, they show all of this materialism, but underneath, what these people are doing is they're marketing a lifestyle that's either going to lead to being either dead or in jail.
Yeah, it's cool until you can't go somewhere in public without looking over your shoulder. Again, we talking about Young Thug, not Young Thug, but Young Dolph. Young Dolph died going to get cookies on Thanksgiving. And so it's crazy that we see these people that get wrapped up in this lifestyle again, and it never leads anywhere positive. You're leaving behind family members, children, and loved ones who, again, they obviously don't understand what you're going through or what you're dealing with when you're outside in the streets 24/7. But it's terrible. I couldn't imagine a lifestyle where I got to keep a gun and I got to check my mirrors every time I pull up at a light, or I can't stop and get out the car to get gas comfortably. I can't go shopping at the supermarket without feeling like somebody's always on my back. I've never understood why we subscribe to it, or why we promote it, or why we even let people in our lives sign up for it in the first place. There's
Young people, this is a message. Y'all seeing this unravel. What they telling you ain't true. A lot of this stuff, the lifestyle that they selling, is just for dollars and drama. But at the end of the day, all of these people that are involved in this, they are showing you what ends up happening to you in real time.
All alone, dead or in jail. One of three choices.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay tapped in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. 1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky businesses will win an opportunity for a monthly spotlight interview. Yes, you will win 3 interviews on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. To sign up for your business's chance to be highlighted on The Truth for 3 months, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC.
Truth Nation, are you or anyone you know looking for a new job opportunity? Well, attend the City of Milwaukee Job Fair on Thursday, September 11th from noon to 3 p.m. in the parking lot of Walgreens located at 9040 West Good Hope Road. Vendors from multiple employment sectors will be present to meet with you and share opportunities for hiring, training, upskilling, and so much more. They will also feature a live DJ, food, and refreshments, all while supplies last. Brought to you by Alderman Mark Chambers Chambers Jr., Alderman Lamont Westmoreland, and Alderwoman Larissa Taylor. Sponsored by City of Milwaukee, Milwaukee Common Council, City of Milwaukee Department of Administration, Office of Community Wellness and Safety, Northcott Neighborhood House, Fathers Making Progress, Northwest Side Community Development Corporation, State of Wisconsin DWD, Ross Innovative Employment Solutions, Goodwill Industries of Southeast Wisconsin, UMOS, DCMKE, 30th Street Corridor, Boys and Girls Club of Greater Milwaukee Urban League, Maximus, and Amplifier.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. To learn more about how you can take your first steps in buying your forever home, visit associatedbank.com/lending. That's associatedbank.com/lending. Or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Friday Night Lights now officially lives here. 1017 The Truth is the proud home of Marquette Hilltoppers football. Tune in Friday night as the Hilltoppers travel to take on the Menominee Falls Phoenix. Join our coverage starting at 6:30 p.m., leading up to kickoff at 7 p.m. Marquette Hilltoppers football is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. And sponsored by Left's Lucky Town, C.G. Schmidt, Capital Insurance Agency, Boyle Fredrickson, Annex Wealth Management, Magic Productions, and Burghardt Sporting Goods.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. One call, that's all.
Make your home safer. Get rid of unused household chemicals at MMSD Home Hazmat Drop-Off. It's free to visit a collection center. Get all the info you need at MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only, no businesses.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm a rider, you don't wanna with me. Yeah, got skills in the trunk with me. Okay, switching lanes to a buck with me. That's right. Y'all can't deny it. I'm a rider, you don't wanna bang with me. Yeah, and you know I brought my gang with me. Okay, Truth, I got my thing with me. Yo, if they want it.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got Glenn Pearce in studio for the Pop Culture Report.
What it do?
Glenn, we got another situation.
Hey, it's a blockbuster this time around, though. 50 Cent and Cameron are set to, I want to say, dramatize, or they're going to create this Paid in Full movie, or the idea of Paid in Full, into a TV series now. Again, the announcement coming yesterday. I believe 50 Cent is out of the country. He's working on a Street Fighter movie, actually, right now. I believe he's supposed to play Balrog.
Really?
Yeah, which is, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, he's out of the country right now working on that.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm curious to see what happens with that as well. But as we know, Paid in Full, it involves the, I guess, I don't want to say childhood story, because they were very young when this kind of happened. But pretty much it comes back down to, very famous drug dealers from NYC, AZ Faison, Rich Porter, and Alpo, who Cameron played Alpo in the movie. And obviously we know Alpo ended up flipping on everybody in the long run. And he actually was murdered in New York a couple of years ago. I want to say 4 to 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Once he got out of witness protection program. But I'm curious to see again how he molds it, because
I think they're gonna go back in the past, like they're gonna recreate Paid in Full, like how they came up, like how they kind of did, like Raising Cain.
Yeah,
like they went back.
But that's the thing, we see
Ghosts.
But they have BMF as well. I believe 50 Cent is the mastermind behind the BMF series as well. So I'm curious to see how they dramatize it, because they have to bend and fit the story in order to stretch it out for a couple of seasons. Because obviously in Paid in Full, we get 2 hours of action and we get straight to the meat and potatoes.
Well, and Paid in Full, they were already grown almost. You know what I mean?
Well, no, because I say not Alpo, but man, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. But AZ was working at the cleaners, or not AZ, but why am I blanking on his name right now? Because Rich, I'm trying to think. Rich went to jail for a little while, and he came back home and he met up with Alpo and everybody else, and that's
but
kind of when
they
they
get to tell
got
the story how he went to jail. Like they get to do the back backstory before we see Paid in Full. I think they're going to go back and try to work their way up.
You think so? You don't think it's going to start from? I feel like they're going to foreshadow. I feel like it'll start right at the beginning, and then they'll
maybe some foreshadowing.
They'll jump back around, because that's kind of what they did with Raising Kanan. I remember when Rock and everybody kind of took over the business. Obviously, she showed Kanan the kind of the way through it, and we get a lot of foreshadowing where he's owning his own enterprise and he's kind of clashing with his mother, and all the other stories that come along with it. But this is kind of 50 Cent's realm again.
Right.
How we've seen how successful Power was. There was Power.
Drug dealer movies.
Yeah, there was Book 2 as well.
Drug dealer series.
That's his lane, though. I mean,
that's
he
what
comes
he
from it.
Yeah.
He's a former drug dealer himself. Obviously, he's had some stints in prison and stuff like that, and got into some legal troubles. But I'm curious to see it, because again, this is a very, very widely known and widely respected story, I guess. I don't want to say respected, obviously, because it ends in tragedy.
Well, it was a popular hood story that, Dame Dash is upset about it because he owned the rights to it, filed a bankruptcy. 50 Cent got paid in full through a bankruptcy, probably got it for dirt. Probably got the rights for dirt.
And it's going to turn to $100 million.
Then made Cameron the executive producer of the series, right? And then I guess Dame jumped on the internet, Dame Dash, upset, talking about now, congratulations to Cameron because 50 Cent is now your boss.
See, you're not going to like my take here, but I'm on Dame Dash's side here.
Oh, here we go.
I'm on his side here. I'm on his side here. No, there was a podcast that I watched, I believe it's Come Talk with Flea, and I remember Cameron recaps kind of how he got the role in the first place. And I remember he tells a story. He was rehearsing, I believe, with Jim Jones, and he pulled up to the interview with a gun. It wasn't loaded, but he pulled up to kind of basically go above and beyond, obviously, to show that he was ready for the part. And that was the reason that he got the interview in the first place, or not the interview, but the audition. And obviously, we know he played his role to a T. He was the perfect person for the role. And it's why we still have people who are watching Paid in Full to this day. So I feel kind of for, Dame Dash, to have somebody that you kind of got the role and how the story kind of came to light in the first place, to go behind your back and become the co-producer or the executive producer of this TV series, which is going to make $100 million. It's going to make a lot of money regardless. So, and we know Dame Dash is having a lot of financial troubles within himself. He filed for bankruptcy recently. So.
Well, all I'm going to say is this. Dame used to be like the symbol of being a CEO, your own boss. And now we see in the back end of this, being your own, I'm one of those people that I've lived long enough to see people beginning, and now we're seeing the end.
Yeah.
That's why you can't listen to everybody what they say online. You got to do it your way and do it the way that you feel that you need to do it, because look at Dame now. It looked like his teeth missing or something, like something wrong with his teeth.
Well, I think
then he got he had an interview where someone was over his eye.
I think he's having complications with diabetes as well.
Right.
I believe so.
But what I'm saying is he's trying to keep this bravado there, but he's in a space where now, he may have to lose everything he got.
I mean, I feel like they should cut him in on it somehow, some way.
How you going to cut somebody in and he talking like that?
Sometimes when you're a grown man, you got to come to the table and kind of work out your issues as best as possible. A lot of things don't need to be said over the internet because it's not really how it should be conveyed in person. I feel like if they know Dame Dash is down and out and struggling, he obviously was one of the original masterminds behind the story, obviously the movie that came out in the early 2000s. I feel like they could give him some role, whether it
one
be
thing about 50 Cent, I know that him and Cameron had beef at one point.
Right.
But they're working together. So 50 may see this as an opportunity to get Dame as an executive producer. But look what he said about Cam. So now his pride is in there, because if 50 Cent did call him and say, hey, look, I want to make you an executive producer, is he going to let 50 Cent be his boss?
Pride don't get in the way of money. 50 Cent and Cameron, those two brothers is about $1. If Dame Dash is serious about getting back on his feet and contributing to something that the culture is going to love, that, can create a lasting legacy like the movie already did, the perfect way would be through this series. Obviously, the music industry isn't clicking for him anymore. He's becoming a podcast warrior. He's popping up on Drink Champs and, these other podcasts and platforms telling the story of the good old days. But nobody cares about the good old days anymore. It's what have you done for me lately?
They say throw this gangster stuff in the trash.
And then ball it up, bag it up.
Thank you, Glenn, for coming through as usual with the Pop Culture Report.
Appreciate you.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to open up the lines. Stay locked in.
Hey, Truth fam. This is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 1017 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
Being a caregiver for a family member can be very rewarding. It can be very challenging, too. Besides taking a physical and emotional toll, it can also take a real financial toll, especially if you're paying for home safety upgrades, covering medical expenses, cutting back on hours at your job, or having to leave your job altogether. In some states and in certain situations, you may be eligible to get paid for the care you provide, but finding reliable information about caregiver compensation can be overwhelming and very time-consuming. The AARP Foundation Paid for Care Hub can help. It's a free online tool developed with support from United Healthcare, where you can search compensation programs, explore your options, and get answers to frequently asked questions. Find out today if it's possible to be compensated for the time, effort, and care you're providing. Visit paidforcare.aarpfoundation.org to learn more.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. In Milwaukee County Court,
according to the criminal complaint, you have admitted to killing your grandmother. And that's what makes this unconscionable.
Court Commissioner Barry Phillips speaking at the first adult court appearance for a 15-year-old boy charged with killing his grandmother. 68-year-old Elizabeth Totsky died of strangulation in her South Milwaukee home about 2 weeks ago, and her husband said it was the second time the teenager put his grandmother in a chokehold. The teen is in custody on a $100,000 bond. New details reveal drunk driving is suspected in this crash that killed 2 Marquette University student athletes. According to TMJ4, a search warrant says the 41-year-old woman driving the striking vehicle admitted to drinking 2 malt beers before the crash. She's not been formally charged. Marquette University President Kim O-Ah-un addressed the tragedy before a higher education panel discussion.
We're working through it as a campus. The most important thing for us right now is to lean into our Catholic Jesuit traditions, to be present for our students, to help them with the healing process, to be with the families and to be able to support them.
20-year-old Noah Snyder and 19-year-old Scott McCowd died and 2 other students were injured. Despite financial aid uncertainties and canceled research grants, Milwaukee higher education leaders share some promising numbers. Enrollment is up this fall at UW-Milwaukee, Marquette University, Milwaukee School of Engineering, and Milwaukee Area Technical College. UW-Milwaukee Chancellor Thomas Gibson says they're keeping affordability for students top of mind.
Just last year, in 2024, several hundred students earned approximately 8,000 college credits while still in high school, saving families nearly $2.6 million.
Milwaukee education leaders say more philanthropy dollars may need to supplement future federal cuts. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I got a question for Truth Nation. I got a question for Truth Nation, and this is a serious question from all I've been scrolling and checking out a lot of the things that's been going on in the entertainment industry and online and social media, and I guess I got to ask this question. I need to hear the feedback from those that are paying attention. I want to know, is the streets dead? Like the street activities, like. Are people realizing or recognizing that the streets, they're dealing with the streets in like a thug kind of, hustling kind of way? Is it dead? Because I'll tell you this: every time I look up and I have to deal with the community, and they're dealing with these street activities, to me, it's causing more harm and damage to the people that's actually trying to participate in it than actually what the risk is of trying to come up. Is the street culture, the gang culture, is it dead? And a lot of people, they seem like they want to have this love from the streets. They want to have people, come along and get involved in it. But then when the house gets shot up or the feds raid the house, they calling me. The women involved in this, they call me. You know how many houses I had to go and look at after they got raided by the feds because somebody in the household thought that they was going to get out here and participate in this street culture. And when it got real, they had the mail coming to the house, and all they need is a letter with the person's name on it, and they running up in some of these, grandma house, the mother of the children house, like whoever got the address to the house. They running up in their house, tearing the house up, flipping over everything, spilling the baby milk everywhere, the powder, the Enfamil, spread it all over the floor and everything, throwing flash bombs through the window. Is this dead? I mean, the street activity, we gotta have a real conversation about this. We got to have a real conversation about this because I'm tired of people calling me because they're allowing somebody dealing with some of these activities to live in their house. I need the street cats to call in, 833-212-1017. What y'all seeing out here? I need the women, the family members. It's the street culture, the gang culture, is it dead? Only reason I'm asking this is because they talking about bringing the troops in to round y'all up. They talk about bringing the troops in to round y'all up. Matter of fact, I seen some video from some people that's involved in the street culture. They from Chicago, and that Trump bringing the troops down there. And they saying that they ready for them. They're like, don't bring the troops to Chicago because the people on the streets, they got them things for them. I don't know if it's gonna happen like that because I watch First 48 all the time, and every time they get one of them behind the bars and they get the crying, I don't know if it's real or not. But I think this is the time. 5 years on this show, I never had to really have this type of conversation. 5 years on this show, I really never had to really come to the grips with this type of conversation that we're going to talk about today. Because now they saying that they need the troops to come in and clean up the neighborhoods now. Is the street culture dead? And if you involved in the street culture, you can call in anonymous. You ain't got to snitch on the air. You got to be a snitch today. I ain't asking you to tell on nobody. I'm just asking because a lot of people is taking risks and chances thinking that they're going to be the one that's going to get away, DJ Brother Z. After 10 people that went down, you think you're going to be the 11th one to get away. 833-212-1017. Is the street culture dead? Look what's going on in Atlanta. Look what's going on with Young Thug and all of Lil Baby and all of these artists that's pushing the street culture out here on the people. People buying these records. People listening to this lifestyle, watching the music videos. And now they saying that they telling on each other. I don't know. 833-212-1017. Also, look what happened to a lot of the artists that getting generational wealth, and then they're trying to keep up with the street life and losing it all due to maybe homicides, losing it all due to moving in the streets. You would think that they had enough money to go legit. All I'm saying is the street culture, gang, thug culture dead? And if it is, why are people still trying to pull it off? 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. Somebody was talking about Lil Durk and how he's facing a lot of jail time due to setting up or buying plane tickets for people to go shoot somebody. And now he was one of those big artists out of Chicago. And now it doesn't mean anything because now he's facing a lot of time. Some of y'all women, y'all date these kind of people. I don't know. Holla at me. If you dating somebody that's involved in this street life, you don't have to tell your name. You don't have to say. You can just tell, is it dead or not, or is it cracking? Because everybody want to be a part of this life, and all I'm seeing is mamas crying, babies dying, and people going to jail, and the homicide rate is up. Hearing a lot of talk about the National Guard coming in, and the National Guard coming in for the violence, they ain't coming to the suburbs. And it's a lot of people that I see that want the National Guard to come in and get some of y'all rogues off the street. It's a lot of residents that can't sleep at night because y'all out here on the streets terrorizing the neighborhood. This for the streets. We go to Tory Lowe show today. We talking to the streets. We talking to the folks that's outside. Or that they say they outside this mentality. I think folks, they ready to wash their hands. It's causing too much pain. It's causing too much pain out here on these streets. That lifestyle, that mentality. Grandma can't sit out on the porch. Little kids can't play kickball outside. Because people want to be out here in these streets shooting and doing whatever they big and bad enough to do until they end up on First 48. You know they wanted to bring First 48 to Milwaukee. They was trying to bring First 48 to Milwaukee, but we was like, nah. I said no. Do not bring First 48 to Milwaukee. They was about to come here. And we just want to get in front of the camera in Milwaukee. They don't care what it is. They would have, even though it's First 48, they would have been back there telling. Y'all think Atlanta bad. Y'all think these other townships is bad for people pointing the finger. Hey, they telling in Milwaukee. Is the streets dead? Is the culture? The gang culture? I want some people involved in the gangs to call in. I want to know what y'all doing. Is it growth and development? What's going on? 833-212-1017, because it's conversation between the mayor and the vice president, J.D. Vance, about bringing the National Guard to Milwaukee. Bringing the National Guard to Chicago. Bringing the National Guard in California, New York. And these are black areas. They trying to calm down the crime. The crime they saying is out of hand. But I done met some brothers here and said they don't mind if the National Guard come here. Now, the Democrats saying that they don't want the National Guards to come here. The Democrats, some of the regular citizens say they would love to have some come here to stop what's happening out here in the streets. I talk to them. I'm an advocate. I'm telling you what they telling me. They telling me that they need something. While the mayor up there doing videos with Big Frank. Hey, DJ Brother Z, get that video up with the new mayor videos that he up there doing the dance with the Big Frank name. If y'all watching this rebroadcast live, you can't make this up. The mayor, a lot of stuff going crazy with the police union, with the people doing the donuts in the street, and he out here doing the what's the name of them dances? He doing the Big Frank dance out here in the street. That's funny. He doing the Big Frank dance. But all of this chaos is going on. And this is the funniest stuff. I know I seen you like the video, DJ Brother Z. I seen your when your friends like something, you go to a video and I seen you on there. You know which video I'm talking about. I think it's cool. I think it's creative. But he out here doing Big Frank videos, fam. I think they cool, though. I think they funny, too. But while in the midst of talking about the police shortage, and I'm trying to get the union president to come on the Tory Lowe show, because he was just on our sister station 620 with Julia Fellow and John McCure. He just was on that show talking about how they want 12% and the mayor gave himself a 15% raise. If I gave myself a 15% raise, I'll be out here with Big Frank too. There it is. There it is. I'll be out here. I got $20,000 extra. There it is. But the police said, hey, we the ones ducking the bullets out here. We asking for 12%. We got the video. If you watching this rebroadcast live, I want to show you the video, if y'all ain't seen it, of the mayor doing the Big Frank. I guess this guy's name is Tommy. Y'all see this? Look at this.
Wait. There it is. There it is. There it is. Hold on. There it is. No. Yeah. No, that's there yet, cuz. Hold on, wait.
You know he ain't running for office no more. He ain't running for mayor. He gonna do something else. He gotta have ideas of doing something else. In the midst of we talking about if is the city safe. It's a new one out there too. It's two of them. It's one for the Milwaukee Public Library too. I like it though. I like it. It's fun. It looked fun. Salute to Big Frank, JP, all of the people that do them dances, the new culture out here. Salute. They running through the library doing the Stoley dance. You know, I like it. I like the energy of the new wave, but the mayor in there doing the Stoley dance, I don't know. I ain't seen him do the Stoley dance. He just in the videos. This is is it another? It's another one. Run that back. We got some people joining us as we broadcast live. Run it back one more time, DJ Brother Z. There it is. Look at this. Look at this, Truth Nation. Look at the mayor out there dancing with Big Frank now. Look at this. I ain't got nothing against it. Look at this.
Wait, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
I love it.
Hold on, there it is. No. Yeah, no, that there yet, cuz. Hold on, wait.
He must ain't finna run again. He can't. I don't think he gonna be successful if another mayor run. I don't know. But that's funny. That's funny to me. It's another one from the Milwaukee Public Library I seen too. Here go. This the one. This the one from the Milwaukee Public Library. If y'all watching this broadcast live, look at this.
There it is. Yeah, there it is.
Big Frank.
Hold on, there it is.
Look at this.
No. Yeah, no, that there yet, cuz. Hold on, wait.
They is tearing that library up, boy. They is tearing that library up. They is having fun. They is having fun in that library, man. And sometimes you got to laugh. Sometimes you got to laugh to stop from crying. But, hey, salute. Hey, I ain't against it, but if I hate that we having all these issues, because this is what you're supposed to do when everything working good. Like, this is what you're supposed to do if everybody, having fun and kids can play outside and be safe. You know what I mean? But it must be nice, like Mo the Elephant said. Mo the Elephant said, it must be nice getting a 15% raise. I would be dancing if I could to get such a raise too. Hey, I'll be doing the Big Frank if I got extra 20,000. Hey. But the police union president, I'm trying to get him on the show. Because he is making a valid point. He is making a valid point. How you give yourself a raise, 15%, and then you don't give us a raise, and we out here ducking bullets. We out here taking the gunshots. I don't know. Maybe something behind the scenes we don't know about. But I'm telling you, he must not be fit to run for mayor again, because he said, forget it. I'm finna get out here and have some fun and enjoy my raise. He doing the Big Frank dance with the money. That's funny. You can't even make this up. You can't make it up. In the middle of contract negotiations, these videos coming out. And like I said, the Milwaukee Public Library on Martin Luther King Drive is opening up. So I understand the rollout. So I'm not against it. I'm not against none of this. It's just funny during these times that this is what they doing. Play the library one more time. I'm sorry, DJ Brother Z. I just want to see it one more time. I just seen it earlier today. I just want to see it one more time. There it is. There it is. Look at this.
Wait, there it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there it is.
Salute.
Hold on, there it is. No. Yeah, no, it ain't there yet, cuz. Hold on, wait.
This is so funny.
It ain't there yet, cuz.
Is that last dude, do he work for the library? Because he did the library dance. He was the first one to do the library dance. Dancing, doing the Milwaukee dances around the library. Motor Elephant says, the other guy compliments yet was not for ICE to be in town during Fiesta Mexicana. He can be picking and choosing. Okay. Good point, Mo. I think that if I'm not kidding, if I'm not mistaken, I think that the union president is Hispanic or has some Hispanic ties or something. But he didn't want the National Guard to come to Fiesta Mexicana, but he wanted them to come on the north side. See, it's all politics. So he was in the back room because the mayor said, you was just here talking like you wanted to figure out how to get ICE from coming to deal while they was having a Fiesta Mexicana, but now you want Trump to come send the troops to the north side of Milwaukee. So that's that WWE. This is all WWE, and we lose. We lose in the end. That's why I don't take nothing that they see, nothing that they saying serious, because they all run into the bank. They all run into the bank while we out here peeking out the window, trying to see if what them shots was, what the shots fired was. We trying to look out the window. Hopefully, we don't get hit on the north side. And while all of the safety conversations going on, they making the commercials. 833-212-1017. If you want to chime in to the conversation today, I'm interested. Somebody said WWE was in town last night. DJ Bruzzy, did you go see the WWE?
Yeah, I did.
That's what's up. DJ Brothers, he got the belt. He got a belt. I got a belt for the Tory Lowe show. I got my belt. But DJ Brothers, he do not play when it comes to the WWE. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. Winky Blue. Oh, when we come back after break, we got to run the break, Truth Nation. When we come back, we got Winky Blue on the lines. We got White Widow. We got some chat. We got some talk to text. We're going to try to get to it all when we get back. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Your expression on your face, that's got to me. And the man wasn't lying.
What you mean the expression on my face? How can you see my face? You listening to me on the radio, man.
No, I'm watching you on YouTube, too.
Oh, all right, then. You're an old man, and you know about YouTube. How old are you, Adam? You about 85.
83.
I'll be dipped. How blessed are we to have you?
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Tracy, going back to the process, and as it relates specifically to the partnership that Old National Bank has with Housing Resource, what does the process consist of when coming through this program?
You know, it's a referral process. We work with clients that first-time homeowners that may not have the counseling that they need. They may not have the equity, the down payment that they need. So we refer them to our partners like HRI or Housing Resources, Inc., because we recognize that those organizations, they have the resources, they have the tutorial documentation and all of those things that are necessary for first-time homeowners that don't know the process, may not know the system, may not know what's required for home ownership. So working with Housing Resources Inc. and other partnerships that we have like Rhea has been very, very advantageous, not only for us, but also the organizations, but also for the community.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Kyle Walls, and I'm coming through with something special for lucky fans. Tacos and Tequila Fest is going down Saturday, September 13th at Franklin Field. Enjoy your favorite throwback hits with performances by Lil Jon, Pretty Ricky, B.O.B., Trina, and more. This event is strictly 21 and up, so leave the kiddos at home and get ready to vibe out. And guess what? We've got your chance to win free tickets to the hottest fest of the year right here on 1017 The Truth. We'll be giving away tickets to lucky callers, so make sure you tune in for your chance to win tickets to Tacos and Tequila Fest Milwaukee.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drugged driving, and let's achieve zero preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Departments of Health Services, Transportation, and Justice.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm so MKE, Milwaukee ain't for the weak. We call everybody cheap, and we all say on the Kia boys started here using a USB. They be swerving, driving crazy, so can't play in the street. I'm so MKE that I'm on this track screaming chicken pea and chili free. We work Cartier too, but no, we ain't from the D. And my whole city lit, that ain't hard for y'all to see. I'm so MKE.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Salute to young MKE. I'll tell you this. It's a lot going on. I want to know if the streets is dead. Is the street culture, the thug culture, the gang culture, is it unraveling? Also, if you want to comment on anything that we talk about on the show, feel free to join us, 833-212-1017 as usual. Wow. Winky Blue. How you doing? How you doing, brother Wink? 212-1017. Hey, Winky, yay.
Yeah. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear me too.
No, I'm out of there. I was out rounds from that.
Okay.
Anyway, listen, you were talking about the guy that was talking about they didn't want the Mexicans. They didn't want ICE to go to the Mexican fiesta. But they've got no problem with ICE coming to the north side. Now, them Spanish people over there is suffering from the same fallout from the George Floyd. This is the aftermath of the George Floyd, man. It has just become a fashion statement with masks from the COVID. And now we're dealing with the aftermath. So he didn't want them to come there, but he don't mind because he wants the National Guard to come to us. That goes to show you that what I've been preaching and teaching, and others have been teaching, that we as black folk have got to stick together because the very people that we trying to protect doesn't have our interests at heart. And if the Latinos or them Indians or them Arabs ever, man, get their foot in Congress, if they ever get a good footprint in Congress, they're going to create laws to shut us down, to shut the black man down. They're going to put their foot on our throat. And their ultimate goal is to put their foot on the white man's throat. That's their ultimate goal. And he knew it. See, he already knew it. That's the reason why the white man is pushing back so hard, because he can see that they can dump a whole nation in our little bitty nation and swallow us up. And guess what? We'll be the minority. As a matter of fact, we already are. The black American is the minority if you go by the census, okay? Because they got 61 million of them in the country, Hispanics. We don't know what the Indians and the Laotians is very quiet, but they breeding, brother, like rabbits as well. Them Arabs is breeding like rabbits, man. And guess what? If they ever get their foot in Congress, man, it's gonna be a shame for me and your grandbabies, man. And our grandbabies, man, gonna have it, man, because they gonna create law. I gotta go.
Hey. 833-212-1017 if you want to join the conversation on the show. White Widow. How you doing, White Widow?
Hey. Pretty good. I'm up north. Anyways, and I went on YouTube. I swear to God, to go see you. I'm never going on another YouTube. That's not happening. Excuse me. But as far as the grandma on there and the missing girl, my heart goes out to her. But this is all the more reason they spoke about it on blips on the local news about the task force. Sade's mom was there. I think Gwen was there. But nevertheless, Columbia University just came out with 2025 study. Wisconsin has the highest amount of black women being murdered, number one. Number two, you had UWM on, who credited you for putting these names out there of these missing, who indicated that their studies show that when it came to Milwaukee Police Department, not a lot of action was done because of stigmatism associated with black women and their high-risk lifestyle, which is a bias which has stopped. So, I mean, we need we have Dave Crowley running for governor. I mean, doesn't Barrett have a guest house in Luxembourg? But nevertheless, whoever goes into
he got put out.
Where'd he go?
Trump put him out.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Hallelujah. Let's clarify something. When Biden took away Kamala's Secret Service, every other candidate for vice president who lost got Secret Service for 6 months. Biden gave her 18 months. So let's stop the badgering as far as, he took her Secret Service away. She's a millionaire like everybody else who walks into Congress. So, we don't want to hear that garbage anymore. But as far as the streets, man, I don't care about the drug dealers. What's killing me out here are the addicts. Man, they got a lifeline going on, and they don't get you off of drugs. They just get you on their drugs at the clinics, methadone and Suboxone and stuff. Man, they're still wheeling and dealing. You go in these clinics 2 years later, these same people are sitting there with their street clothes. They're not propelling these people into any type of workforce. And I'm telling you, that's as far as the street out here, absolutely. But that's who's bothering the hell out of me is these addicts who are now on Medicaid and who get free morphine and stuff. Years ago, you had to pay for the methadone and stuff. So.
Oh wow.
Are you still there? Okay, and then one other thing I just want to tell you is that I got a nice letter from the DA. I'm still working on that. Open Records Act from last November. You followed that with me about the ACLU case. They're coming in next month. It'll be 4 years. And I went to the DA's office. There's a small law, Magnumus. You ask the DA, hey, can you go spank that City Hall Treasury Department who violated Wisconsin open records? Can you spank the Treasury Department? Now, this is Mayor's people, Mayor Cavalier, who won't give us those numbers, what we paid on this lawsuit from Crawley. And so I asked the DA to spank them. They said they really don't do that. It's discretional among DAs. So, but they gave me a very nice letter 3 months later, and now I can go to court, show a judge, and said, hey, you know, I went inside out, and it's been since November, so I know we got something behind this. There's something behind this as to why everybody is trying to stop this Wisconsin open record. So. Other than that, how you been?
Hey, look, we've been running. It's a lot. We got a lot of call to actions. We got one tonight with the missing girl, and we're gonna be over there in near Westlawn. You know, so if anybody want to join, I'll give them the exact location if they leave their number with DJ Brother Z.
Yeah, well, I wish I was there. I'm up north. All right,
well, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself, White Widow. Relax.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I miss you. I miss Milwaukee. Quit. Things don't run as fast around here. I'm looking around trying to figure out.
Enjoy yourself. It'll be here when you get back.
Yeah. I know it will. You take care. I love you all. Bye.
All right, White Widow. Hey, look, I'll tell you this. When we come back from break, we got some audio of the police union president talking on our sister station, 620. I want to hear it. I want y'all to hear what he had to say about what's going on with this police contract. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family-owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Come catch the final battle of the regular season when the Brewers host the Reds Friday, September 26th through Sunday, September 28th. We're celebrating the best fans in the game on Saturday, the 27th at Fan Appreciation Night, presented by Toyota. Plus, if you're one of the first 30,000 fans through the gates, you'll take home a Brewers tumbler giveaway too, presented by Quick Trip. Come close out the regular season with the crew. Get your seats today at brewers.com/tickets.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
I want you to really stress the importance of having an ethnically diverse blood supply. But I guess, what do you say to people that, for whatever reason, are apprehensive about giving blood?
It's not by accident that we are building this fixed donation site right in the heart of this Halyard Park, Harambe neighborhood. And to your point, our black and brown donors probably represents the smallest demographic in our donor base. That's attributed to multiple reasons. For those of us that understand the history, there is a lot of underlying mistrust of the healthcare system. And quite frankly, there's already challenges with how busy people are, how accessible they are to even know where to go to donate blood. And let's face it, a lot of folks are scared of needles, right? But when they get through all of that, the importance, I think, is a heavier burden on our black and brown communities, because there are a lot of different blood diseases that require what I'll call more of a match in blood that only comes from people of similar ethnicities. Something that's specific to our black donors and patients is something that I think your listeners are very familiar with: sickle cell disease. The only therapy that get them through their day-to-day life is blood transfusions. And it's not just what I'll call average or normal blood type or blood transfusion. It's actually a specific blood with a specific type called RO blood. And this RO blood typically only comes from people of African descent and Hispanic descent. And so that's why it's so important that our donor base is diverse, so that it helps our ethnically diverse patient population.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Brewers dropping a tough one to begin the series out in Texas. They fall to the Rangers by a final of 5-0. Jose Quintana took a perfect game into the fourth inning, but gave up a grand slam in the fifth, and it would unravel from there as the Brewers fall to 89-56 on the season. After the game, manager Pat Murphy on his starter.
I'm really pleased with the way he threw the ball. A couple pitches didn't work his way, but you get 2 outs in the inning, and make an 0-2 pitch that just doesn't get to where you want. It happens.
Game 2 is set for this evening. First pitch is set for 7:05. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL as the Packers are prepping for the Washington Commanders on Thursday night. Week 1 officially wrapped up. A Monday night thriller. The Vikings coming back to stun the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field, winning 27-24. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
When the scene unfolds, young girls, 13 years old, expose themselves to any Tom, Dick, and Hank. Got more stress marks than these hoes. Holla, they got rank. See, Sega ain't in this new world order. Them experimenting in Atlanta, Georgia. United Nations overseas. Train assassins, do search and seize. Ain't knocking or asking. They're coming for like me. For white trash like Dave. Tricks like her. Back in slavery. Concentration camps. Slaves with gas pipelines. Infernos outdoors like they had back when Adolf Hitler was living in 1945. Listen to me now, believe me later on in the future. Look at
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Before we get into this police union situation that was recently posted by our sister station 620, I want to get an update on this Uber driver situation. Remember the Uber driver where she drove off with the food, or some miscommunication happened with the food, but then the lady was able to use the app and follow her to the house and beat her up, or not beat her up, but beat the car down or bust the car windows out. No, I guess she didn't beat her up. Let me take that back because I don't want that out there. But she beat the car up, broke the car, broke the window and things like that. Well, I saw this where she was in court recently, and we got some footage on there, some information on what's going on with her all over, what, they said 10-piece wing? DJ Brother Z. Damn. She almost made me want to, what's this, from Friars? A 10-piece fried hard? I don't know, but she in court, I guess. We got some video if you're watching as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
State of Wisconsin versus Janiyah Jones.
Janiyah Jones walked into the courtroom where her public defender immediately asked for the felony charge to be dropped.
I've looked at the four corners of this complaint. This is an aggravating matter.
Something the court commissioner refused to do.
And she is motivated to dispute the charges and fight this case.
Prosecutors say Jones was seen here on Ring video at the home of a DoorDash driver after Faith Morris says she lost cell phone service. Morris told police that she feared Jones was able to track her location using DoorDash's GPS as she never completed the order.
She did this over a 10-piece chicken wing. She passed Friars to come here.
Seconds after Jones goes out of frame on the surveillance footage, court records state that Morris's family witnessed Jones striking Morris's vehicle with a tire iron, smashing her windows.
It was so crazy how the glass was just raining from the sky when she was hitting it. Look, it's everywhere.
Moments before Jones stood in front of a judge. What did you think about this situation going viral? You were seen all across the nation.
Yeah, I've seen all the comments. I've seen the videos. I've seen everything.
She agreed to speak with me on camera.
If the judge decides to take it to trial, I have no problem with, giving the evidence out. But until then, I have nothing to say.
Ultimately deciding not to disclose her perspective on what happened back on July 11th. What is your side of the story?
She want that chicken. Don't play with my chicken.
I have no comment.
Why do you think this is funny?
Oh, wow.
It's not funny. I mean, it is funny, but
oh my
I just don't have no comment on it.
Jones walked out of the courtroom without having to pay cash bail. If convicted for criminal damage to property, she could face up to 3 years in prison.
A felony over chicken wings more than elephant is saying a felony. You got a felony over a 10-piece chicken wing? And then you on TV laughing about it? Like, that's wow. That's wild.
I hope the judge give her the book for laughing about it.
Well, you know the Snickers commercial, when they turn into another person when they get hungry, and then they give them the Snickers and they turn back to the regular person. I'm trying to tell you. Don't play with that. Don't play with that chicken now. Don't play with my chicken. I might get a felony messing with my chicken. But if you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. It's DoorDash. What I say, Uber, it's DoorDash. The DoorDash person didn't bring the 10-piece to the girl, or however it happened. She tracked the girl off of the DoorDash GPS, beat her car down with a tire iron, and now she's facing a felony over a 10-piece chicken. Damn. And she didn't even, Minister Kevin in the chat says, and she didn't even have lemon pepper on the wings. She didn't even have lemon pepper on the wings. Somebody said, leave Snickers out of this Halloween around the corner. Hey, all I'm saying is this is where it's something wrong, with the if you're gonna crash out over a 10-piece. Over a 10-piece wing, and then the DoorDash driver said she drove past the place to get to her house. She could have stopped and got another 10-piece. Hey, if y'all want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. But I want to get back to the police union president. Oh, we got somebody on the lines. Security Mike. Let's get Security. How you doing, brother Security Mike?
What's up with
hey,
you?
Look, it was a great time. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming out over the weekend to the call to action, Security Mike. Being about that action.
I called a little late yesterday, but I got that number that you had said about this contact what he said you had to come
the
back
district
Monday.
attorney.
The DA.
Yeah,
I got that number, so I'm gonna call on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, because that was a long ride though, man.
It was. It was a long ride.
I slept until the the Green Bay game came on, and I'm glad I had those other two games set to tape on the DMR. So yeah, I ended up watching them back. But yeah, man, they need to throw, like he said, they need to throw the book at her, man. She sat up there and laughed about that.
Wow.
Over a 10-piece chicken wing. She need to get whatever time. Because she'll do something like that stupid again. She ain't got good sense, man.
Wow.
She laughing in front of the judge about that.
Hey, the man was interviewing on TV. She said she didn't want to present her evidence on the TV. She said she was going to present her evidence. I said, what evidence? We got you on the Ring doorbell camera.
I know, T-Lo, but she sat up there and laughed in the judge's face like that. They're going to bank her, man. Wow. She getting banked.
Kimberly in the chat says she needs therapy.
Yeah, she definitely needs therapy. Something wrong with it. She way slow. She don't even know that judge courtroom etiquette. She don't even know that.
Wow.
That's stupid and dumb.
Yeah, it's
they're going to bank her, man.
She think it's a joke. Like, until they start saying that you finna get 5 or 6, 7 years for this.
No, even them 3 years. One day is too much to me in the joint. So, yeah, she going to regret that laughing like that.
Wow.
Lose her job and everything. Whatever she got going on out here, she's going to lose them privileges for them 3 years. And you're right, he might give her 5.
Look, let me tell you something.
She disrespected the judge.
If them wings that good, where she's still a little loopy about what happened. I don't want to try them wings.
Good chicken, man.
I don't want to try them wings if it's gonna make me crash out like that.
Hey, you would like Fryers because I delivered for the one right there on center and 27. They legit, man. They legit. All they food.
Josh in the chat says she didn't want to go. She rode past the DoorDash driver. Said she rode past the place to get to her house. And she could have stopped and got her new 10-piece. Well, Josh in the chat says she didn't want a new 10-piece. She wanted her 10-piece.
Exactly, because Fryers would have gave her another 10-piece on that. And she would have got her money back, too, from what's her name, even though it take about a week or so. She still would have got her money back.
Well,
so
now
she didn't lose.
Well, now she's going to get a 5-piece.
I know, but check it out, Tito. How much damage she did for $20?
Man.
She did $6,000 worth of damage to that woman's car for something that would have been $10 or $20 or $30 at most.
Hey,
that don't make no
emotionally
sense,
impulsive. Sometimes you got to stop and think. You got to understand that everything you do gonna have a reaction to it.
Right.
Hey, security.
Yeah, man, they trying to demonize that kid till we went up there. But like I said, whoever screwed the N-word and called him out his name, they the ones that started it, T.O.
Right.
They the ones. That's why I'm gonna call them. Whoever screwed the N-word, called the man out, the child out his name. They started it.
You're right. And now they're trying to demonize the young man so they can get these folks off. Well, I appreciate you for coming out, Security Mike. A lot of times I tell folks, if you want to be about that action, we got plenty of it for you. And salute to the brothers and sisters on the front lines that's willing to address some of these tough issues out here when we do our call to actions. Tonight we'll be over in West Lund looking for Kylie Dawson, 14 years old. The family saying she's been missing since July. They found her, and then the department allowed some people to come and get her out of their custody without checking IDs. It wasn't even the family. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-Owned Business Give Back. Each quarter, 4 lucky businesses will win an opportunity for a monthly spotlight interview. Yes, you will win 3 interviews on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. To sign up for your business's chance to be highlighted on The Truth for 3 months, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When a customer chooses Pella, one of the most important things to them is honoring that trust and commitment. A lot of customers might have apprehensions about inviting someone out to their home. But when you see the experience and professionalism, you can trust them with bringing your project to life. Their vision is to be the company that people want to do business with. Watching them work from idea to installation gives you the ability to see firsthand the care taken to ensure the Pella experience is complete. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Order by the end of the month and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 9/30/2025. School's back in session. Kids have their backpacks, school supplies, and new clothes. But are you ready as a parent? Families are the single most important factor in a child's academic success. This year, get to know your child's teachers. Stay engaged with their learning. Don't be shy about asking questions along the way. Because as a parent, you are your child's first and most important teacher. Learn more about how City Forward Collective is helping families, students, and schools thrive at cityforwardcollective.org.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Bike crash? Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, yo, what we on? Oh, ish. Ish. Wait, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Hold on, there it is. No. Yeah, no, it ain't there yet, cuz. Hold on, wait. It ain't there yet, cuz. Big Frank, go ahead, baby, put some player in it.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. I want to get back to this story about the police union president and the mayor. The police union president was on 620 just the other day, and I want to pull this audio up because they keep bringing up the fact that the mayor gave himself a 15% raise. I think the police chief got a raise. I think the common council got a raise. And who else got a raise? It was a lot of the superintendent. The MPS school superintendent, 400, I think. I don't know. It's just a lot of money going around. The teachers union fought for their raise. They got a raise. The police are like, okay, well, what about us? We the ones that's ducking the bullets. We the ones that's out here putting our life on the line, ducking bullets out here in these streets. We want a 12% raise, but we got some audio if y'all watching as we broadcast live, some video. Let's listen.
3 years and counting. Milwaukee police officers have been without a raise because the Milwaukee Police Association and city leaders are still negotiating a new contract.
If the mayor was involved and present at our negotiations instead of just saying the city negotiator who just passes a note from the mayor, he would know all of this, but he doesn't. And that's why he makes those comments, because he doesn't know about the 7-day cooling period and then ratifying a contract. So that shows why that was the deadline. Well, how does 15% sound? I mean, because that's what he gave himself a raise. He gave himself a raise of 15%. So that must be like triple then what he gets, for General City. We're asking for 12.75, which is less than what he got. So if he's giving General City less than that, that's a shame, because our city workers, whether they're DPW or waterworks or anything, he owes them a raise too.
And I'll tell you this, the mayor is not getting shot at. If you're on the back of a garbage truck, you're not getting shot at.
WISN 12 News, after you said that this week, tracked down the mayor this week. This is all going on this week. And the mayor told WISN this about you mentioning the National Guard.
So I don't understand why he's interested in bringing in federal troops now, bringing in the federal government now, when he was against it just before.
He's just trying to pit me against the Hispanic community, which is wrong, after he's the one that's seeking our approval and our votes in our community, which is probably less and less to vote for the mayor because of his policies and high crime, in all the areas. When you take a squad from, the Hispanic populated districts to go send them to downtown, you're leaving all these districts, to fend for themselves when they have no patrol, because we're so short. And these street takeovers were all over the place. They were not restricted to any area. Right. They were all over the city. There was over 20 of them.
All right. Look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to keep the lines open if you want to add into the conversation today. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
We address people, young boys, as if they're grown when they're not. For me, they're not young men, they're young boys. And I think if we can keep them in that space, I can do a lot more with someone in middle school when I treat them as the boy that they are versus trying to make them men when they're not. And they probably have very few examples of that.
Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back September 9th.
Uh-oh. Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Texas Rangers.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in September 9th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us. But try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You're listening to the new 101.7 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. In Milwaukee County Court,
according to the criminal complaint, you have admitted to killing your grandmother. And that's what makes this unconscionable.
Court Commissioner Barry Phillips speaking at the first adult court appearance for a 15-year-old boy charged with killing his grandmother. 68-year-old Elizabeth Totsky died of strangulation in her South Milwaukee home about 2 weeks ago, and her husband said it was the second time the teenager put his grandmother in a chokehold. The teen is in custody on a $100,000 bond. New details reveal drunk driving is suspected in this crash that killed 2 Marquette University student athletes. According to TMJ4, a search warrant says the 41-year-old woman driving the striking vehicle admitted to drinking 2 malt beers before the crash. She's not been formally charged. Marquette University President Kim O-Ah-un addressed the tragedy before a higher education panel discussion.
We're working through it as a campus. The most important thing for us right now is to lean into our Catholic Jesuit traditions, to be present for our students, to help them with the healing process, to be with the families and to be able to support them.
20-year-old Noah Snyder and 19-year-old Scott McCowd died and 2 other students were injured. Despite financial aid uncertainties and canceled research grants, Milwaukee higher education leaders share some promising numbers. Enrollment is up this fall at UW-Milwaukee, Marquette University, Milwaukee School of Engineering, and Milwaukee Area Technical College. UW-Milwaukee Chancellor Thomas Gibson says they're keeping affordability for students top of mind.
Just last year in 2024, several hundred students earned approximately 8,000 college credits while still in high school, saving families nearly $2.6 million.
Milwaukee education leaders say more philanthropy dollars may need to supplement future federal cuts. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I know a lot of y'all kind of, when y'all drop y'all kids off at school, when they gotta and they gotta deal, with what's going on in the school environment, that's one thing. But it's the pickup and drop off to school that is a concern now. They're saying that they are securing these buses with new tech that is a safeguard for the school buses that drop the kids off. And when that stop sign go out, so everybody knows to stop because there may be kids crossing the street or getting off the bus. Well, they're saying that people are ignoring that. They're saying that people are ignoring that when the bus is trying to let the kids off the bus. And now they need technology to try to stop those drivers or catch those drivers for almost hitting the children. This is something that ABC News put out. They say as students head back to the classroom, some school buses are using AI-powered cameras to crack down on dangerous drivers. This is what they're saying. But we got this article because some of y'all got kids about to come home from school. Some of the schools get out at 2:30, but they're still in a little bit of danger if they ride in the bus. We got an article on this. Let's listen.
No, wait! Stop! The scenes are heart-stopping. Vehicles narrowly missing children, speeding by school buses with the stop arm out and lights flashing. This car nearly hitting 2 children waiting for the bus in Indiana earlier this year. And as more school districts begin classes across the country, a company called Bus Patrol is using AI-powered cameras on more than 40,000 buses in 22 states to catch vehicle violations. The Lower Merion School District outside Philadelphia is using the cameras this school year.
That stop sign comes out. Those cameras start recording.
They took us on a routine bus route to demonstrate how it works, and in just 30 minutes, we saw several possible violations. Okay, so we have the stop sign out. This car ignoring the stop arm as it makes a turn past the bus.
That car that turned should have stopped.
So even across the street, they should have stopped.
Everything stops.
And multiple cars going past the bus on the other side of the road, failing to stop despite the flashing lights and visible stop sign. According to police, once a violation is identified on the camera, the company flags it to the local police department for review. And if they issue a ticket, it's a hefty fine, $300 in Pennsylvania for a first-time violation.
This system allows us to be at every stop for every school bus.
In the nearby Marple Newtown School District, police say they ticketed more than 2,000 drivers ignoring the stop arm since that school district installed the bus patrol cameras at the beginning of the 2024 school year. And the Lower Merion School District is hoping it'll make a difference here.
It's just not worth the chance of hurting a child and having to deal with that pain for the rest of your life.
Now, I don't
I
know
mean,
if they
it
got
is
this
such
in
promising technology, but you got to remember,
got this type
even
of
if you're on-
technology in Milwaukee, but some of y'all going, when you see that stop sign come out where the bus let that stop sign out because they dropping the kids off. If they got this technology and you ride past it, you may get a fine. They said what, 2,000? How much was the fine, DJ Brother Z?
It's a $300 fine. But they issued over 2,000 tickets.
Yeah, 2,000. Add that up.
630,000.
Wow. Just from the bus. Just from riding past the bus stop sign, when they got that light out, that little bus stop sign out there, folks is almost running over the kids. This is why I say we living in a society now where we going to have to hit a reset because people don't care. People just don't care about nothing. At least when I used to see the bus outside, I usually think, okay, that stop sign come out. That means, hey, slow down. The kids might be out there, may try to run across the street or anything, trying to get on the bus or get off the bus. Hey, 2,000 tickets? That many people don't care? Hey, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. Kawan in the chat said, if not paid in 15 days, it goes up $50 every 15 days. And she's in Florida. She's in Florida. Kawana says it's called school bus infractions, where in Florida, and they have cameras on the side of the bus, and the ticket starts at $250 in Florida. We got Al on the lines. Al, how you doing, Al?
I'm doing fine. I know the police said they're asking for an increase in 12%, but aren't they always costing the state like money and lawsuits? So how can you cost the state all this money and millions of dollars, but then you're asking for a 12% increase? And the other thing
that's a good question.
Say, we don't. Because I think there's one right now for $7 million sometime this year, and the man was falsely they lied on the man and imprisoned him. And another thing is we don't really need the National Guard, because I know some people don't like it. It's never been coming. The issues we're having in our neighborhoods has never been coming from the blacks. It's always been coming from them low class, no class Negroes. Okay, because if you look at the neighborhood, black people ain't never been the problem. It's always been them Negroes, because they always have an issue, they always need some help, and it's always some type of issue. So we don't need that here. And just to let you know, black people are not the new minorities. All the Jews had to do was take Donald Trump a crown, and now they're the minorities. They're getting the grants, they're getting the loans. But I forgot everybody looked like Ray Charles because nobody is speaking it. So I just needed to share that information. And if you really want to bring up immigration, then stop eating tacos. You should have no Mexican food.
Oh, wow.
You should have only Cracker Barrel in your refrigerator. All that Adobe, Chinese, all that. You should not be eating no ethnic food. And since we keep bringing up immigration, go get them undocumented Europeans from Mexico and tell them come home. Because we got to be about principle, standard, substance, and structure.
I got a question, Al.
What's up?
Hey, we had a question the other day. Is the streets dead, the street activity too? When you get done, I want you to answer that question too.
We have some issues in the street, but black people always know how to maneuver around it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not us. It's not the blacks. It's the Negroes. If you got half of them Barada properties out of here, half of your crime will be gone. If you go over there and you start in them problem places like Villard and Sherman, Villard and Hampton, and you got them places where you got all that government assistance, half your crime is gone. It's coming from them Barada properties and them Negroes. They always got a problem. They always got an issue. They always need some help. It's never been the blacks. So I don't even understand why they're talking about that. And if you want to call the National Guard, won't you put them on them terrorists and them school shooters? They're the issue. Why y'all not going after the child molesters? Because they're white. The men they catch going in the bathrooms, they're white. They're not immigrants. But I don't hear nobody talking about that. And the real reason y'all male and they keep bringing up transgenders and LGBT. Only reason they bringing that up because every time they drop the soap, ain't nobody standing behind them.
Bruh. Oh wow.
Have a great day.
Oh, wow.
The why?
Oh, wow. Hey. Oh, wow. 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. And speaking of tacos, it's time to throw back more than just tequila as Milwaukee's premier festival returns for the third year at the beautiful Franklin Field. And guess what? The award-winning 1017 The Truth has the hookup for you. Now it's your chance to win a pair of tickets for Tacos and Tequila Festival tickets at Franklin Field this Saturday. All you got to do is call 833-212-1017 and be caller number 10 right now. You will get your free pair of tickets to Tacos and Tequila Festival at Franklin Field this Saturday. Once again, 833-212-1017. Be caller number 10 right now, and you will get your free tickets to Tacos and Tequila Festival this Saturday. Hey, they brought it up, DJ Brother Z. Hal brought it up. So we might as well get y'all outside to get some tacos and tequila. But when we talk about the police union and the police president and the raises and things like that, the people want to know, like, okay, when we talk about safety, we're not even discussing safety anymore. We're not even discussing safety issues anymore. We're talking about street people cutting off the streets doing donuts. We're talking about the back and forth about who gonna get the raise, if the mayor gonna let them get the raise, and he got a raise, and this part. We got all these people getting money, but we sitting in our house looking funny, trying to wonder if we gonna get the public safety issues together. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, Truth Nation. That's all I'm saying. But look, when we come back, I got another story that I think that y'all should pay attention to. They saying that it's a bug out here called the kissing bug that's out here, and it's causing people to lose their life in the long run. Like it's like something that happens over time. They're saying that this kissing bug is spreading across the United States. I want to talk about this bug now. Every time you look up, it's a new bug they releasing out here, or a new bug that you ain't heard before that's out here doing something crazy to folks. We're going to talk about this kissing bug. This is what they calling it, the kissing bug. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Your expression on your face, that's got to me. And the man wasn't lying.
What you mean the expression on my face? How can you see my face? You listening to me on the radio, man.
No, I'm watching you on YouTube, too.
Oh, all right, then. You're an old man, and you know about YouTube. How old are you, Adam? You about 85.
83.
I'll be dipped. How blessed are we to have you.
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Talk to these people in terms of, how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person, depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the first-time home buyer education workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
My overall experience with Gruber Law Offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you.
It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me.
I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
Experience with Gruber was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
He gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices had my best interests at heart.
We are the American Cancer Society, making strides against breast cancer. We are nearly 1 million strong and growing stronger every day. Join us on Saturday, October 11th at 8 a.m. at Summerfest Southgate as we come together for the Making Strides of Milwaukee Walk. Whether you walk for a survivor, in the memory of a loved one, or to support the American Cancer Society, you bring us closer to a future free from breast cancer. Are you ready to join the #1 breast cancer movement in the country right here in Milwaukee? Sign up for free today at www.makingstrideswalk.org/MilwaukeeWI.
Make every day extraordinary with something special from Wisconsin. From artisan cheeses to fresh produce to maple syrup, the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade and Consumer Protection's Something Special from Wisconsin program is proud to work with member businesses that certify their Wisconsin-made and processed products. Look for the red and yellow sticker and visit somethingspecialfromwisconsin.com to find member businesses and products made with care, quality, and love. Sponsored by Wisconsin DATCP.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
All right, be there for you through your darkest times. I know that life was hard, but we turned out all right. I'll be by your side, do or die. Another one. For my DJ Khaled.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Doctors in they're saying in Mid-South keeping watch on this kissing bug. This is what they saying it is a kissing bug. The bug gets its name because it often bites near the mouth or the eyes while people sleep. Now, I don't know where all these bugs coming from. I just know that some of these, lab-grown mosquitoes, I just started finding out about what they doing with the mosquitoes when they be releasing these mosquitoes on neighborhoods, them Bill Gates mosquitoes that they be releasing out here on folks. But now we got this kissing bug, and they say that it carries a parasite, which can cause illness and attacks the heart and digestive system, sometimes decades after the initial bite. We got video on this if you're watching as we broadcast live. Somebody in the chat says kissing bugs don't like the cold, so we're lucky half of the year. They are mostly southern states. 9318 says. But we got some video if you're watching as we broadcast live. Another bug out here that may cause you some problems. Let's listen.
This is Fox 13 News, the most watched news in the Mid-South.
Hey, you see this bug? It bites you near your mouth and your eyes while you're sleeping.
Oh, my God.
And it's showing up across the Mid-South, too. It's called the kissing bug.
Kissing bug. So it kind of sounds harmless,
No, it doesn't.
but doctors say it can carry a parasite that causes deadly health issues years later. Fox 13's health reporter Mandy Rock joins us live in Overton Park. Mandy, I know you spoke with local health experts who say they're keeping a very close eye on this one.
Yeah, that's right. And the kissing bug has already been detected here in Tennessee as well as in Mississippi and Arkansas. And while most people will never get sick from it, doctors say it is important to know about because the parasite it can carry has led to serious illness in other parts of the country. The insect has now been found in more than 30 states. They tend to hide in cracks, wood piles, and sometimes even around pet sleeping areas. The danger isn't the bite itself, it's what the bug leaves behind. Some kissing bugs carry a parasite that can spread through the bite and lead to Chagas disease. That illness can stay hidden for decades before showing up as heart failure, stroke, or even severe digestive issues. Doctors say most cases in the U.S. have been linked to people who traveled abroad, but recently there have been a growing number of locally acquired infections as well.
In general, people don't get terribly sick up front, and many never have another problem, but some of them, they brew and they come out with life-threatening things later on in life.
I think it's really important to be aware because it can lead to very debilitating and chronic issues decades later. And there is treatment that's available, but treatment is much more effective when it's given earlier.
And in Shelby County, there's ever only been one reported case of Chagas, and that was back in 2011. But doctors tell me there could be more than reported because many health officials and patients don't know what to look out for when it comes to the symptoms. Darcy?
That is Fox 13's health report.
I thought that bump on the lip was like a herpes or something. I guess it could have been the kissing bug. I'm trying to tell you, it's keep your head on the swivel, because I don't know where this bug came from. My whole life, I ain't never heard of nothing like this. And now we got all of these different diseases coming from mosquitoes and bugs and different things happening. So, and they saying that some of these insects, they be putting them in the lab. They be doing some lab stuff with these insects, and here we go. Now you got to keep your head on a swivel. I'm trying to tell you, like, I ain't never heard of a bug biting you, and then years later, it could come back to get you. With the parasite, it's going to plant a parasite in your mouth or by your lip or by wherever it's going to bite you at. Then years later, it may affect your health. The kissing bug. We got Tim on the lines. Tim want to discuss this. How you doing, Tim?
I'm good. How are you, Tory?
Hey, blessings, brother. The kissing bug. They got this. Right. Where did this kissing bug come from?
I just want to add one to you. Right before I left the house, I was watching the local news. There's the longhorn tick.
A longhorn tick?
Too. Longhorn tick. I think they only mentioned one state where they've been found so far. What? But the thing about this longhorn tick, they're saying that the female can become impregnated without the help of the male. So if you get them in your house, so apparently there's some, like roaches or whatever, if they get in your house, they're hard to get rid of.
What?
They apparently...
Like a bed bug or something? This look like a bed bug.
Yeah. And the report was on the local news just today before I left the house.
DJ Brother Z, look up this longhorn tick thing and see if we can get some kind of video on this. Because this thing look like what a bed bug would look like. But ticks bury themselves in your skin too.
Yeah, it's basically the same results happen if they, bite you or whatever. The same results. It's long-term illnesses, but they kind of document some stuff because I kind of looked it up. Mm-hmm. So they kind of document some stuff that can go on if you are, bit by one of them. But the thing that caught me the most was this thing was about the female, where she don't need the male to be impregnated. So if she gets in your house and you don't catch her, she's still infesting the house.
What? All right, well, we got to keep our head on the real swivel with the kissing bug and the longhorn ticks. Why haven't we ever heard of these things? All of a sudden, they just popping up. I believe they just dropping these things off near people.
Every year, it's all of a sudden there's something out here. There's a deadly insect somewhere. Almost every summer. And just like the one person that wrote in, I think we are kind of lucky in Wisconsin because most of them end up being, not used to the cold. They're not cold insects. So, we only have a few months that we maybe.
Well, if it ain't used to, if it ain't used to the cold, how is finding its way to the cold area then?
That's another thing.
Without somebody dropping them off.
They're being enhanced in the laboratory.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm just trying to see if common sense gonna kick in.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I just had one more small statement real quick.
Go right ahead.
Kind of changing the subject. Just my opinion, and I hope everybody understands that. But one of the biggest things I guess everybody's talking about is the as far as the National Guard or Army or whatever coming to these cities. I think to me it's an evil versus good type of thing, because I think if used appropriately, it could help certain cities. Mm-hmm. It could help certain cities, but unfortunately, they're being put upon us for evil, not for good. So it's not good intentions that they're being sent out. I don't really know how it would go, where they would go, but another caller called in. There's more important places they can be instead of like in the middle of the street or in front of some Mexican car shop or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think it's just, you know what I'm saying, I see something wrong with it as far as how they're trying to use it now because of the head of the state. But in my opinion, again, if they are used, I think there's a way that people can sit down and use them in a more beneficial way that'll benefit everybody. So I just wanted to say that.
All right. That's logical. That's a logical way to think about it. What can we do to use it to our advantage instead of just, letting the crime run rampant like the Ultimate Warrior about to come back and try to get the title? You know what I mean? Shaking on the ring with the violence going crazy and the homicides and the rapes and the human trafficking going crazy. I mean, you got a point, Tim. We got a video of the this Longhorn tick. Thank you, DJ Brother Z, for getting some information up. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We trying to get a little bit more information on this Longhorn tick. Let's listen.
Morning, Godar's Malai opens dozens of envelopes containing ticks mailed by bite victims. Malai is an entomologist on the lookout for longhorn ticks, an invasive species that, unlike other ticks, can reproduce itself through cloning. The tick is present in at least 21 states and is rapidly spreading across the eastern U.S.
Here is a female longhorn tick. As you can see, the body is reddish brown.
Scientists at Malai's lab at the Connecticut Agricultural Experiment Station have identified an emerging bacteria in the longhorn tick for the first time. The pathogen can lead to ehrlichiosis, a tick-borne disease that causes symptoms such as fever, severe headaches, rash, and potentially death. Climate change, which is creating warmer and wetter conditions around the globe, is influencing how longhorn ticks transmit ehrlichiosis in places like Connecticut.
Because of climate change, we are having shorter winter months, and as a result, this tick doesn't need to do that much dormancy. It is active almost all year round, except for a few months.
So that means you're more likely to get bit. If you're bit, it's more likely to feed, and if it feeds, it's more likely to reproduce.
Correct.
From 2008 to 2018, Connecticut saw just 2 cases of ehrlichiosis. Now that number has jumped to almost 30. Nationwide, ehrlichiosis cases have increased 15-fold since 2001. Malai tested ticks for ehrlichiosis by grinding them down and then extracting their DNA. That DNA sample is amplified and sequenced to find genetic material from Ehrlichia chafiensis, one of the bacteria that causes the disease.
So you see the first hit is Ehrlichia chafiensis.
Jennifer Platt, a public health expert studying tick-borne diseases, contracted ehrlichiosis in 2011.
I felt like death. I felt horrible, like severe weakness, malaise, no energy.
As cases rise in Connecticut, health officials last month shut down a Bridgeport beach for the rest of the season due to an influx of longhorn ticks and other tick species. How big is the risk for Connecticut residents and even beyond Connecticut borders?
The reality is right now we don't really know because this is a new tick that has come into our community. But we do know that risk from tick-borne diseases in general is something that we have to be aware of in Connecticut at all times.
Oh, wow. All right.
Dr. John Torres.
Wow. All right. Well, I threw it out there. Y'all gonna have to do y'all research on this longhorn tick and the kissing bug and these new insects. I don't see how every year is a new insect that we ain't never heard before that's causing health issues. Not really, a city girl says, what in the world? A cloning tick? Seriously? Hey, what the hell? Hey. All right. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll be joined on the lines by advocate Arthur Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Great impressions,
Great Impressions Graphics and Printing. They've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Kyle Wallace with his truth.
Truth Nation, I guess I've officially graduated from big bro to unk status, at least according to my little cousin. That's what he said. Now, at first I pushed back a little bit, and I was offended by the assertion that I was old enough to be unk. But after a little thought, y'all, I actually embraced the label of being unk and the responsibility which comes with being quote-unquote unk. See, as unk, I think it's my duty to look out for and support the youth and young cats coming up after me. Embrace the role as being a mentor and role model and aim to protect our kids at all costs. With the news cycle always seemingly being negative towards the youth, we need to take it back upon ourselves to change the narrative and uplift our youth. Our kids are so much more than fights, stolen cars, Kia boys, or acting a fool in public. We can't allow a small population of children to depict who our kids really are in the city of Milwaukee. You have to resist the urge to want to bash our kids and be so quick to pass judgment or disparage the youth. And we gotta stop acting as if we were not once in their shoes, making poor decisions, having regrets. I know we have all been there. Now, regardless of how funny it may sound to say YN, don't label our kids that. That is far from a term of endearment, and we have to remember you become what people call you. If someone calls you dumb over and over and over again, you may start believing that you are dumb, and you may start having self-doubt in oneself. Don't put that type of self-hating energy on our youth, Milwaukee. We need to call them YKs and YQs for young kings and young queens, even when they might frustrate you. Remember, they are still only kids. With the summer being here, there is no better time to encourage them to aspire to be great. Give them positive reinforcement. Give them positive affirmation until we get it through their minds on who they really are and what they can become. An unstoppable force of greatness.
Listen to Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace weekdays from noon to 1 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. With a lot of companies dropping DEI, Illumin Capital is doing just the opposite. It's a black-owned and led fund of funds working to eliminate racial and gender disparities in asset management. The firm puts out a report each year about how well its approach is working. Darren Dotson is managing partner at Illumin, and he says the latest information proves that DEI can only help.
Those that are pulling away from DEI have to be really careful that they're not pulling away from returns, because that's exactly what our research in partnership with Stanford Spark shows, that as we address biases, we are able to see underlying returns that sometimes we miss if we don't address them.
Illumin Capital's portfolio has double the number of women partners and 4 times the number of underrepresented partners compared to the industry benchmark. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth, powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Brewers dropping a tough one to begin the series out in Texas. They fall to the Rangers by a final of 5-0. Jose Quintana took a perfect game into the 4th inning, but gave up a grand slam in the 5th, and it would unravel from there as the Brewers fall to 89-56 on the season. After the game, manager Pat Murphy on his starter.
I'm really pleased with the way he threw the ball. A couple pitches didn't work his way, but you get 2 outs in the inning, and make an 0-2 pitch that just doesn't get to where you want. It happens.
Game 2 is set for this evening. First pitch is set for 7:05. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL as the Packers are prepping for the Washington Commanders on Thursday night. Week 1 officially wrapped up. A Monday night thriller. The Vikings coming back to stun the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field, winning 27-24. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You popping your shit. I don't know where I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna let the beat flow. Tick. 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 Yeah. I'm in Cali with my feet up on that drink.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Got outgrown kids' clothes, toys, books, or baby gear? Turn clutter into cash. Just between friends, Milwaukee County, consigners earn 60% and get to shop early with a friend. Unsold items? Donate to help local families in need. The sale runs from September 18th to the 21st at Wisconsin State Fair Expo Center. Pre-sale September 18th. Free shopping September 19th and 20th. Plus, half price, pre-sale, and sale paid, and free tickets available online. Register to consign drop-off items September 17th and pick up or donate September 22nd. Visit Milwaukee County JBFsale.com. That's Milwaukee County JBFsale.com. Helping families say yes. Well, I'll tell you this. I want to do this story because and when Elizabeth get on the lines, bring her through, DJ Brother Z. But there's a story about the witness and friend of Michael Brown. Y'all remember Mike Brown back in 2014, hands up, don't shoot. They're saying that his friend dies after being shot. The young man that was on the news when Michael Brown got shot, and he the one that started the hands up, don't shoot. This is a report that says he was shot and killed, and shot and killed in Ferguson. We got video on this. Once again, Mike, the friend that witnessed Mike Brown with whatever happened with Mike Brown with the police officer is now, they're saying he got shot. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got footage. Let's listen.
Other top story tonight, we're learning new details about a shooting that happened in Ferguson, killing a man who was with Michael Brown Jr. when he was shot and killed 11 years ago. Our Annie Krall was there speaking to neighbors about this shocking tragedy. She joins us in the newsroom with the latest from police. Annie.
Laura, Ferguson police tell us that 33-year-old Dorian Johnson was shot this morning, though no motive has been released. I spoke with people who heard the gunshots in an argument they said might have escalated to these deadly consequences.
I just didn't want to be around the window. Then I got my mom, and that's what she wants to go see.
That was around 8:30 a.m. on Sunday when Ferguson police say they responded to a call of shots fired in the 9,000 block of Abaco Court.
It was just a lot going on. It was a lot of screaming, also like arguing.
Demaya White, asleep nearby, thought she might have been dreaming since it was so early in the morning.
I thought I was because I'm a deep sleeper, but I'm like, no, this is actually like right here.
Only hours later, police said it was Dorian Johnson who was shot and taken to the hospital where he died.
It's too early for this.
Johnson was with Michael Brown Jr. back in August 2014 when the 18-year-old was fatally shot by an officer. This is footage of Johnson at the scene.
We told the officer we was not but a minute away from our destination and we would shortly be out the street.
Johnson himself was shot about 1,000 feet northeast of Canfield Drive, where Brown was killed 11 years ago.
This area and Mike Brown, they're very passionate about him and that memorial. At first, it was, the square. They took away the square and they actually put the little piece right there.
This memorial is less than a mile from Rajane Harris's house, who said security over here is regularly roaming. Harris said she didn't hear any gunshots and she was getting ready for church.
So it was like a shock. It was new news to me.
Oh, wow.
Police have taken one person into custody and applied for charges with the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Because this is an ongoing investigation, anyone with information is asked to call Ferguson Police at the number on your screen, which is 314-522-3100.
Well, like I said, here we go with another young brother that was out there in the news, mainstream, during the Mike Brown, lost his life to being shot. They said they got a suspect in custody. I'm going to bring that story back up. I want to see the follow-up on this. They didn't say what the situation was, but once again, Mike Brown's friend, the one that was out there when Mike Brown got shot, is now have now been killed due to being shot. I want to do some digging. I got some friends over there in St. Louis. I want to call and try to get more on this. I'm gonna do a follow up on this story. But joining me on the lines, is Liz on the lines? DJ Brother Z, we got Liz, advocate Arthur Elizabeth Brown on the lines. How you doing, Queen?
Hey, Salute King.
Hey, we just got news that David Crowley will be running for governor.
Who's surprised?
Oh, nobody's surprised, but I'm just saying, like, I guess this is an official announcement. We got his I guess we got his video, his announcement. DJ Brother Z, let's get the announcement video up. I guess this is circling around. County Executive David Crowley announces 2026 Wisconsin gubernatorial bid, and it's a commercial. He's officially coming out with the commercial on this. But Elizabeth Brown, people making moves.
We knew that he was going to make that move.
I asked him when he was on the show.
The people. Absolutely, but we already knew it was because he been on his, he been on his fanfare. He been on the I'm running for governor tour, being seen, but still not answering the question: why did him and the mayor decide to take the civil engagement on what they should be doing with our tax money? Everybody then got paid, and the people then got played.
And when
that's
the police
sad
union,
reality.
And the police union president, he's continuing his rant saying that the mayor took 15% raise, and the police union won a 12% raise.
Again, ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Oh wow.
Clearly, and I mean, he makes a valid point. If everybody else around them who do less work than they do or lives are less at risk, I mean, when we think about, a police officer's job, especially those that are righteous, their lives are on the line every day. If anybody should have got the raise first, it should have been the people that's boots on the ground. But again, it's running concurrent with everything else.
Hey, they want to overlook the people that's willing to risk their lives. I'm telling you, this city is this Gotham City. Every time you look up, it's something new, something to distract folks. Because now, while we're having these arguments about the police contract and the National Guard and who getting what and who want to get what raise, and it's just a lot of people on the streets that are hurting, that are not getting the service and the resources at the same time.
Yes. Malfeasance to the highest power. And we're looking, again, like I stated, from the school board to, the police department. When we think about the people who are getting paid the most, everybody's top heavy. All the people who not doing work is getting paid, and the little people are the ones being overlooked. The teachers not getting raises after they bamboozled and hoodwinked the community to say yes to NPS after they gaslighted us and the paperwork wasn't right and they still took our money. Our taxes are still being, raised due to that fraudulent transaction.
Oh, wow. Did the teachers union get the raise?
The teachers union, the teachers did it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so the teachers union, that's a whole nother hustle.
Oh, wow.
Remember the
guy
violent individuals that came up in there and told them, if y'all don't pay us, because we the reason y'all sitting in them seats when they was talking to the school board members. You know?
He's sure.
So
we played it on the show. We played what he said on the show.
Absolutely. And where they bamboozled and hoodwinked the people, we thought, well, I didn't vote for it because I knew they was lying, but the majority of the people was trying to do the right thing for our children, and they played on our heartstrings.
Wow.
But at the same time, they told us that it was going to save jobs for the teachers, for the individuals in the kitchen at these schools, for the people that clean the schools, but they lost their job. They didn't get a raise.
Elizabeth
That
Brown.
was all upper management, all administration. Okay? So is he wrong for wanting what all the other thieves around him got? No, he's not. If the mayor can get 15% and he out here doing videos for the library.
There it is.
Which, how many libraries then got closed, you know what I'm saying, on his leadership.
Wow.
We all should be appalled. And again, even with David Crowley trying to run for governor.
I'm going to go.
The malfeasance across the board.
I'm going to go to the library and check out the 3D printing machine. I want to see what that do.
Hey,
they said they got the 3D print machine in there. Yeah, facts.
As long as it's working. Again, the reality of it is that, like I said, they got paid and we got played. Because at the end of the day, we're still out here, again, the regular citizens who are being taxed to the max. We're out here boots on the ground trying to give some type of relief to our communities. While these supposed to be community servants is serving us by getting our money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's highway robbery, if you ask me, you know, and we should take offense.
Hey, look, when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today, Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Aww.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on the Packers. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fall
all in Milwaukee, where the air is crisp, the drinks are cold, and the good times are just heating up. Stroll Milwaukee's lakefront and explore its parks as they burst into a kaleidoscope of golds, ambers, and reds. Raise a glass at a beer garden that feels like a neighborhood block party, Milwaukee style. And just as the temps fall, Brewers baseball is turning up the heat. October dreams are made right here. This season, every color, every cheer, every sip, it all comes together in Milwaukee. Craft your perfect getaway at visitmilwaukee.org.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
On me. This is what I manifest. I manifest a check.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Elizabeth Brown, another powerful conversation. Hey, let me get your final thoughts on the show.
I mean, powerful as always. Salute to you. Salute to all the people on the front lines. Just a reminder, make sure that we're still keeping our foot on the gas for the district attorney, where a 14-year-old boy was brutally beaten in the barn. As far as our children and how they're being groomed online or through the phones or however it's happening, we need to know, like the grandmother said, it is an epidemic that's taking place in our communities. And like White Widow said, there's so many black women, children, and men that are missing that goes unnoticed. And we have to make sure that we're standing on the front line and being able to pinpoint what's truly going on, you know, because we think our children are safe, and just when you thought they were safe, here we are with a pandemic of children who are being groomed, and it's been going on, but now it seems to be more rampant. They have this thirst for our children. So again, I send my energy out to that family. I will be accompanying you so we can flyer that neighborhood. And again, the goal is to, again, sound the alarm so we know what we're looking at, and parents can be proactive about, you know, getting more involved with their children. And we're feeling like they need their space, but now is not the time to give them no space, because there are individuals out here who are preying on our babies. So with that being said, salute. And I mean, we working. It's another day, you know, in the belly of the beast, but we're going to make it do what it does. So, salute, King.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this. We'll be out looking for Kylie Dawson, 14-year-old. Grandma said she's been missing since July, came back, got turned back out into the streets from the police station, I guess. And now we own it. We're going to try to see what we can do. I appreciate you, Elizabeth Brown, for being on the front lines as usual. And we got a lot of work to do.
Hey, let's get it. Salute.
All right. I'll talk to you soon, Queen. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Queen. All right, Tory Lowe from Waterfall. Green don't always mean go. Let's get it.
All right, Truth Nation. Hey, look, salute to everybody in the chat for another powerful conversation in the chat. I see y'all continue to have these great conversations in the chat as usual. Salute to everybody that joined me on the lines and on the Talk to Text. We have to make sure that we are being vigilant and hopeful that we can make the changes ourselves, because once it get out of the hands of the people, we lose the power. And all power to the people. All power to the people. Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard.